Welcome back, guys. We are now at the finals of GGEZ Wave 2. Mika Fabs and Laika Mea over here. We are your hosts for tonight. And man, what a day it has been at nandito na tayo. Sad Boys and Girl. Not kami yung team. Sad Boys and Girl
Mm.
versus Team
Mm.
2.
Pwede rin naman kung sad boy si Daks saka si Vyminal later on. Di ko alam eh.
Pwede.
Baka feeling blue rin tong dalawa. Pero ako hindi naman ako sad girl.
That is right. Pero Laika, this is going to be a really exciting match. I actually see yung sa comment section, parang nagre-ready na yung mga players natin. Parang nagparinig na si Dubstep na, uy, Batman, mag-ready ka na daw.
Parang maganda-ganda. Eh, well, magkakampi naman sila, di ba? Tama ako, di ba? Medyo confusing kasi all-star sila. Parang
Oo.
kumikinang lang sila
Feeling
lahat
ko-
sa akin.
Feeling ko parang ready ka na ba, Batman? Let's do this.
Tara,
Ganon.
tara.
Oo.
Dudurugin na natin tong mga to. Parang gano'n yung dating, no?
Oo nga. And you know what? Right now, it just seems like, sad boys and girl, they're not so sad. They are pretty much sitting pretty and on top of everything. And we're gonna see if Team 2 can challenge them on their throne.
Of course. So again, here at Sad Boys and Girl, ayan na yung members natin. And ito naman for Team 2, napaka-strong ng performance. Favorite na favorite pa nga kanina si Mikasi kasi napaka-strong ng performance niya. Lodi, kumbaga, yung term nila dyan, Lodi na Lodi yung dating niya kanina. Nagbubuhat talaga. So, tuwang-tuwa ako dyan. And yun nga, ito na. Sabi nila, tapusin na natin to kasi after nito, meron pa tayong best of 3 na lalaroin. Kaya, 13-11 yung naging score. Di na pinaabot sa overtime. Pero, ayun nga, Mika, what do you think a best out of 3 will entail for our finals game? Paano ba ito maaapektuhan yung mga players natin dito?
Well, I really do hope na Team 2, no, coming from that match earlier, I really hope they have the endurance to go through this best of 3. Kasi nakaka-apekto din yan eh. Yung sad boys and girls, syempre, nakapahinga sila ng konti and they might be more refreshed. So that might actually be a major factor going into our finals. But I believe right now we have our map selection over here. Laika, what do we have? Who? Tao?
Ayan, so meron, ay naku Mika, ayaw talaga nilang magharapan sa Icebox. So yun yung unang binan ng SBNG Icebox. And then Split has been banned by Team 2. And then for the first pick, it was chosen by SBNG Ascent, yung una nating mapa. Later on, we're gonna go to Bind for game number 2. After all, this is a best of 3 series. So para fair, pauuna yung mga maps na pinili nung parehong team. And then later on, if ever aabot tayo sa game number 3, ang random pick natin ay Haven. So, maghaharap sila dito una sa Ascent. Again, a very big map with a very big middle ground. Ayan, Mika.
Absolutely. And I'm also really excited to see how teams will play on Bind because it is the first time that we will be seeing Bind for today, no? And alam naman natin yung Bind, makulit na map yun eh because of those teleporters. So we'll see what shenanigans the teams have in store, no? And syempre, going back into Haven, we saw that both teams, of course, performed really well at naka-comeback talaga. So this is going to be a really exciting series.
Ito na lang sasabihin ko, Mika. 25,000 pesos is at stake for our all-star players over here. So I'm pretty sure magiging intense ang labanan kasi they're gonna be giving it their all. So ang battle na lang siguro dito since given naman na ang team synergy ng parehong teams na to ay talagang buong buo sila. Like solid yung mga teams na to. So siguro kung sino na lang yung mas hindi mabilis mapagod din yung labanan dito.
That's right. I feel like right now the momentum might be slightly with Sad Boys and Girl dahil nga we have to see if Team 2 can outlast dahil galing nga sila sa earlier match. We'll see if they have that endurance. Hopefully they can keep it up because both teams do have the potential to win. And right now, audience, I hope na settled na yung dinner nyo, kumain na kayo and everything because we are going into this best of 3 series. We are heading first into Ascent. Casters, take it away.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a present for you from Valorant PH. It is the GGEZ All-Star Invitational number 2 Grand Finals. Best of 3, 25K on the line. We're feeling festive already. It's a VPH, Santa Hat, and the Christmas tree. Daks and Vim gonna be giving you the action one last time at Vim. Ito na ang BO3 na iniintay natin.
And while we were on break decks, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I quickly redecorated my studio, set up a Christmas tree. I may not have a Santa hat, Tito Daps, but I came prepared, as you can see right here. So, Tito Daps, we're going to be going into a best of 3 series. First up is Ascent. Honestly, these two teams, they've showed us their coordination, their natural synergy with their previous matches. It can really go either way, but I think I slightly favor Team Sad Boys and Girl. They have had a really consistent performance throughout this entire tournament. Very, very dominant so far.
You know the thing about SBNG, first time ko sila makakas nga dito because I haven't been able to really see them directly, but from what I've seen on the other games there, it really has been them looking dominant, looking to go for basically a bits of that step. At parang pag linabas talaga isang percento nila, kayang-kaya nila pumitas. In the meantime, Team 2 just gritting it out and winning it in the semifinals there with that comeback. And there's a bit of a fact that I see right now in this best of 3. Look at all of the participants. We got 2 of the influencers in the way, but look at how many of the 8 pro players here and now. Representation from so many different teams. We got the third chapter representation. We got the Affinity Esports representation. Empire Esports, Affinity, Ladies, Aegis or Hive. We got Kadiliman, Bryn, and Hashira. So, kitang-kita pa lang sa All-Star Invitational, it's just not one team dominating. There isn't gonna be teammates behind the mid lines. It really just is all about trying to prove the best of the best coming into the GGEZ. At ito yung gusto ko makita variety. Nakakatuwa talaga na iba't ibang mga tao nagsasama-sama dito para sa GGEZ. And as we are getting into our first map, I cannot wait to see what is to come.
Taking a look at their agent compositions here. More of the same comfort picks coming in around for Team Sad Boys and Girl. Of course, Dubstep going to be on that jet here in the map, like Ascent version, going to be on his jet as well. So a lot of pretty standard picks from both teams expecting to play their comfort agents. And I love the team unity that we're seeing here right now. Check out the same 5 banners on either team. That is synergy, my friends.
It's like the age-old question, what do you have first at the buffet, chicken or pork? Ano kaya ang mas masarap for that Christmas feast? And yun talaga yun, kung ano masaya para sa Noche Buena at tingnan natin kung sino talaga ang makaka-fiesta dito sa 25K nila. It's Team 2 looking to defend so far, and it is going to be Rafi, Fission, Version, Vanilla, and Mikasi versus side of Rikapods, Batman, Dubstep, and Rabbit as we get into Ascent.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think lechon sounds pretty good right now. Kesa chicken wings daw, sabi nga ng in-game chat natin, sabi ni Version. As our team's banter here, looks like they're going to be gearing up for B-main Blitz, it seems.
Yeah, SBNG gonna be going at it. Ito talaga, a bit of noise being made. Pero happy talaga sila. Magsasama sila dito. You don't see them usually together, but might as well do it here and now in GG, the All-Star Invitational 2. Dito mo lang talaga beat the mga matches na ganito, and it has been very intense no matter what. As we get into the set, it's already a P-push happening. Vanilla and Rafi look at the hold on to the wall so far. Sabi ng Team 2, sige dito lang na tayo dito. And the Sad Boys and Girls looking to string Vandals on the streets. Later on, tingnan nga natin kung makakahanap sila ng karangling nila kasi naghahanap sila ng pitas dito. But for now, it's Team 2 playing it slow and hanging on back into the other side.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Team 2's same agent composition coming in from the earlier game. So they've had a bit of practice with this map, with this setup. So let's see if this can work this time around. Looking like Vanilla will be using that barrier orb to stall over there in B main, as well as most of SBNG are going to be stacking over there inside of B main.
SBNG at the very least gonna go for the push. And I think kanina double settling na rune nila kesa yung pangalawang duels. But anyway, we are already seeing Vanilla and Version getting the kickdowns there. Dubstep in the meantime catching out the Sage along the way. And Mikasi looking to move over to that B side. Sabi ni Batman, patay muna dito. And SBNG having to wait it out a bit more kasi punado na kagad ng dalawa. Team 2 getting the whittle down immediately coming into that push. And right now they have the advantage, but never mind. Reika with a peek catches out Version there. Surprise na lang 3v3. But here comes Fission on the board, and it's gonna be more of that push. Rafi in the meantime still hunting for another target. Tago lang yung kill. Drip kung malilinis na daw ng Team 2, and their defense still looking pretty stalwart so far.
SBNG, they were able to penetrate onto the site. However, the spike was left on Speedway. And honestly, that's one of the most frustrating things to happen when you're executing onto B site, when you're already secured inside the site itself, but then the spike, oops, we left it over there behind the actual executing squad, which is actually quite unfortunate. Looks like Team 2 will be capitalizing on that early advantage, going for those upgrades coming into the post-pistol round. However, SBNG going to be trying to answer back and going for a force buy right here. Really bold move coming in here in the first game of our grand finals.
And here we go again. We are going to be getting into the action. And as we say, is Vanilla going to be looking to make the stage pick work yet again. Wall going to be set on up. Ito talaga ginagamit nila kanina. And na si Vyminal nila makakapitas ng isa. Percent dyan si Batman makakasagot. Rafi going to be able to get on the board though. Team 2 looking to reinforce. And these Spectres are just getting all the fire rate in the world and more. Rabbit though with this thing out of nowhere. Version now gonna go for the shot. Tatalon para makapitas. And Team 2 takes 2 so far.
I mean, it seems that, it doesn't seem like the barrier orb is doing a lot of work over there in B main, but it actually is funneling the entire SBNG squadron, allowing Team 2 to be able to retake the site or defend it more efficiently. So, you gotta give props to Vanilla over there.
And look, Fission moving over to the Cypher. It's a bit of a change actually for Team 2. So I was able to look back a little bit into their lineups. So for now, Rafi is the one moving over to Duelist, and we'll see what he can do on that Reyna. In the meantime, para kay Fission, he does play the Cypher instead. So hindi killjoy yung lalo rin dito ng Team 2 compared to before. So in this case, it really just goes to show para sa Team 2. They still have that same kind of mindset, but it's all about adjustments here, and they feel like ito yung kailangan nila ibas sa Grand Finals. Using the tripwires to the best degree, getting that intel if ever, and trying to mitigate a bit of the advantage that the Sova can bring for SBNG. So Team 2 though, they're always scrambling right now, 4v4 at SBNG. The thing is, they did buy a few guns here and there kanina this second round, so they're really forced to play the upgraded pistol set. Whittle down though at mga tama na rin eventually kay Simikasi ang bala ni Rabbit. 4v3 scenario, SBNG trying to salvage some guns, but Team 2 at the very least looking to watch over the corpses and trying to go for the long range engagements.
Actually, tama, no? Akala ko nga si Fission was also playing the Reyna again here in this match, but yeah, he is on the Cypher. Definitely a role swap coming into this one, but a good show of flexibility from Team 2. Looks like it's going to be a 3v3. Would be surprised if SBNG were able to get a couple guns here and there. Make that a 2v2 now.
Rafi just going at it, and he is just gonna be able to get the cleanup. Mukhang nag-rolls up sila for good reason, and Team 2, they know they need to get that 2 points, that 2 maps to win out the whole thing. So yun talaga hinahanap nila ngayon. They named themselves to that win condition for the whole tournament, and sad boys and girls are gonna be sad because of that 3-round gap that they are suffering right now from.
Yeah, I can see the hashtag of Team 2 right there in the comment section. I dare not read it on stream. But Team 2 really off to a good start here, 3-0. You don't typically see that, so that allows Version to get on the operator rather quickly. And this could be absolutely devastating for the side of SBNG if his momentum snowballs from here on.
SBNG, yeah, at the very least, could be looking to go for the stack here on the mid link and try to take control from there. Iniwan muna yung spike to sa may top mid. Si Mikas ngayon, hawak lang, holding on to the cubby so far. And Version right now whipping out the operator as well. Say what you will sa Team 2. Kasi dahil dun sa comeback na ginawa nila kanina, mukhang nag-iinit talaga sila dito. You get that confidence when you win it out in a manner like that and you're still facing off an equally skilled team. So you already know the mental game is in favor of Team 2 right now. But SBNG trying to go for the fight yet again. They have the guns that they need and they're looking to go for more. First sabi ng Team 2, hold muna lang dyan. And just this double sentinel, so very imposing. We're seeing it again. The chokehold's happening, and there's the duel right now, but Reiko wins it out against the Omen on the A side. Push muna coming to the shove, and onto A side we go for the side of SBNG.
Looks like Version going to be taking down Bods over there, making this into a 4v3. But Dubstep going to be quickly making his way onto site, getting a quick 2k onto Version, and looks like Vanilla is on the defense here, but gets taken out by Dubstep, and a Batman closes out the round in an incredible comeback victory over here in the 4th round by SBNG.
Sad Boys and Girls able to make it happen, and this is where Dubstep really comes in. We saw it in their first game, right? He suddenly turned it up and allowed SBNG to make it happen, to bridge that gap and get all the way to take the win on Split. So if Dubstep gets back into the form, you already know that he's someone to watch out for. He has been popping, he's on his signature jet, and of course later on, if he does go for the operator against Version, it will be interesting to say the least. The Battle of the Ops might be something to watch out for dito sa Ascent. For habang ngayon, it's the Blade Storm being popped out by Version. Binabatayan ni Dubstep, si Version pa rin na magwawagi. 11 HP para sa kanya. Back off, naghahanap ng stage para lang mabandate at para ma-heal. Pero mukhang walang nakatulong dun kay Dubstep ngayon. And unfortunately here for the attacking side of Sad Boys and Girls, that they will have to back on that. But as I say, that seems like Bugs punishing Fission, making it 4v4, and the scramble is on to reinforce that A side kasi mukhang naghanap sila ng pwesto maka-defend.
SBNG might just be waiting for the right time to pop that lockdown in place. Use it in tandem with the Hunter's Fury. Perhaps use later for post-plant defense, but Mikasi going to be taking down a Batman, so scratch that. There is not going to be any lockdown happening in this round. But really big play coming in from Version over there, aggressing onto A main. Dubstep was definitely not expecting that because, you know, typically you get easily shut down when you dash onto A main like that. So Version, I guess, going for the unexpected plays here, but Bod's going to be dashing, flying onto site rather.
Oh,
Not connecting that showstopper though.
He got that kill, and this is gonna be Rabbit right now on the board, but Vanilla in the meantime does get the refrag, and the defense getting the numbers there for si Reika. Makakapitas pa rin ng isa. Seems like for Vanilla, tago din sa double box. Good paranoia, but the cover is there, and Rafi might be able to help on that with that lead. Perfectly timed para sa ating Reyna. Here we go again with Team 2 getting the win. Eco res onto Mikasi, so she's back to life, so it is gonna be the defense getting one more gun into the next round. A good call there para din sa Team 2. They're keeping it up and they're just winning it out with this teamwork yet again.
And of course, the Reyna will have an Empress on land for Rafi right here. But again, Lockdown, Blade Storm, Hunter's Fury are going to be on the side of SBNG. So if they want to come back, you know, they might want to save those ultimates for the next gun round here. It seems like a Batman, okay.
Here.
Some of them might be forcing or not. Still deciding. Perhaps they are going to be going for the save right here. Definitely a smart choice. Definitely want to secure the next round and use your ultimates.
For a Batman, at the very least, he just needs to step it up more. Dubstep right now doing it though. He's getting the heroics and he just doesn't need a cape there to go for the takedowns. He just rides the win, and that Blaze Storm is all he needs to get one kill so far. So umpisa pa lang, nakapitas na dito ang ating attacking side. Ito na ang SPNG, naghanap na pa rin, makapasok dito sa A side, and Rabbit gonna be pulling out that Aldron out of his hat and looking for a target. Sino kaya mahuhuli niya? Naghanap siya kung sino mapakita niya. Rafi though, in the meantime, gonna be using this wall to a good degree. Kita natin na wall off yung mid pair, pwede pa rin mag-hop on that damage bed, hop onto the side there, and go for the contest onto the cubby itself. And now Rafi dueling it like Batman. The Killjoy unable to hold the line and get that takedown. Mukhang ito do ang ating attacking side. Pilit na dito sa gitna. Version though with the operator hanging on back by the spawn, and this lineup might be good. He goes for the shot, but doesn't really get a takedown there. Hunter's Fury into play though. It's all about dodging this in time. Slorb gets the zone. Rabbit right now trying to find one, and that is gonna be Reika getting on the board. Bigla na lang ikot dito si Dubstep makapitas rin, and on the B side does the attack go.
Just only goes to show how much of a big game changer that Blade Storm could be. Even on an eco round, Reika on that op, we know she could use it well, but she's down to 20 HP. Let's see if Rafi can pull off a miracle here. Gets taken down by Dubstep. That's huge.
Dubstep. That is just a knife brought to a gunfight and just getting every single kill, slitting throats, getting those takedowns, and that is just an amazing round there para sa SBNG. With that one round, Vim, bigla na lang nasira yung economy ng defense natin, at bigla na lang nagka-sobrang gig advantage ang attack natin kasi may operator bigla nang libre si Dubstep dito.
Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina. Dubstep on that operator. Definitely going to be a big game changer in this one. But yeah, it's just, you know, those heroics coming in from Dubstep is what we really expect to see. And we've seen him do it in many other tournaments in the past. Him on that Blade Storm, very lethal in terms of multi-kills, and can definitely turn the tide of the round here.
But still, it's 4-2. Not the furthest kind of margin that you would expect so far. because of the heroics indeed for SPNG, especially from Dubstep. Yun na nga talaga, di ba? Pag nag-innate si Dubstep, kaya niya pumitas no matter what. At biglang alarm button lang nasa harapan na kung setup play muna dito para kay Batman. And it really is just gonna be that Killjoy versus Cypher matchup yet again. We haven't talked about it much, but that double duelist with the Raze and the Jet versus double duelist of the Reyna and the Jet. There is that speed and vision. Just gets a beautiful tap there on the Batman Fog. So in the meantime, as well as Dubstep getting on the board. At yun talaga yun para sa random zone. Pwede mo gamitin yung Raze. Pero kung one tap naman ang kalaban mo, di mahihirap ka talaga kasi patay na lang dahil doon. Raffi able to get that kill and backs on that. Moving on around on the A side, so does the attack go? And for Vanilla, this high ground might help on that. Reyka though catching out version, and it's all up to the Reyna and the Sage now to try and clutch it out.
Here's the thing. Raffi is going to be able to get a Vandal, turn this into a winnable condition. Although Sova is already planting the spike over there onto default. Rabbit going to be scouting out, getting some information using that Al drone. Dubstep meanwhile over onto A main, setting up that crossfire.
Freaking Raffi. They get one piece up right now. Trying to go for the shot there. But Rabbit is the one who knocks down Raffi in the first place. The attack side look to equalize and a good indicator of their own success. Kung masiraan nila yung double sentinel dito, they're gonna have the same kind of firepower to try and defend later on. That's Raze gonna be helpful to help out on the defense for the chokes if ever. Rabbit also with the shock darts and the recon bots gonna be a good way to see what's going on in a post-plant situation. So kitang-kita talaga. We see a bit of the intel to help on that. We see a bit of the utility to help on that for both sides. But in the end, it's still a matter of who can get the better rounds here, as that is going to be an interesting slow orb that we just saw there. For para kay Vanilla, mukhang itatapon niya dyan, lining it up to slow down the assault. But no, there's no stopping this race. And Bods will still get that kill. Lipat muna para makapasok dito sa may B side. Bods gonna be able to get to. And he's just a budding sand waiting to blossom. He's getting the takedowns that he needs. Great way to entry onto the site. And the opening made here for SPNG. As here comes the Killjoy also looking for a target. At mukhang bakbakan na naman dyan para kay Bat. Can he find the kill? Seems like it's not the case. Rapid instead getting a bit of that vision paranoia thrown. And now it's post-plant time because this is the attack defending this site.
Slowly but surely, SPNG finding their foot and finding their rhythm into this match. But Fission to be answering back, taking down a Batman. I like the proactive slow orb from Vanilla right there, but unfortunately was not able to stop Buds from flying onto site and getting that opening pick. Now it's going to be a 2v4 as Dubstep going to be taking down Mikasi as well. But Rabbit and Raze, Pod's going to be finishing out the round, bringing us to an equal scoreline.
An incredible round there para kay Bods. At yun nga naman yun, mga ating streamers, yung mga ating gumagawa ng content, hindi na sila mamangungay dito because we see from Vanilla, he's playing it clutch. We see it from Bods, we're doing it as well. And a great opening there by the Race. So you can never count anyone out in this game. But right now, you can count on the likes of Dubstep and Raffi. Both of these duels popping off, and we are all tied up 4-4. Pero mukhang na 3-round streak muna ang ating attacking side. And Vim, how are they just doing this? Parang kitang-kita natin na bigla na lang silang nanalo dito out of nowhere.
Yeah, it really is due to the heroics of their duelists. Dubstep getting insane value off that Blade Storm, you know, indubitably really shifted the momentum of the match here. Them being able to get that eco round, but a Batman again stepping up to the plate, securing an opening pick as well. And it really is slowly but surely becoming a concerted effort coming in from SB and G. Each one of them being able to win out their aim duels.
And at the very least, just the way that round really went to get rid of the eco advantage of the defense. Isang thrifty round lang, bigla na lang masisiraan talaga. At kita natin dito, without that advantage, there just isn't much money to be given out here by the defense. Not only that, they already lost a member along the way. All about rotations here para sa SPNG. They can make the decision to go anywhere and everywhere that they would like. And in the middle, there is going to be that Killjoy trying to go for the surprise as Batman going to be watching on not looking to go for the hold if ever. And this B side gonna get contested, but Vanilla will be the first line of defense. He's ready with the Sheriff. Can he go for the task? Bigla na lang make lahat sa harapan niya, but he misses the free shot. Dubstep will get the refrag instead onto him. And Batman gonna be able to get on the board as well as the Killjoy does die to Nanafikasi. It seems like it is still gonna be Bods able to get that takedown. At bigla na lang 4v1 version all alone, and he is just playing parkour as of the moment. And what can this Jet even do besides the one taps if ever?
If he's able to get a tap onto a head of a single target, perhaps onto Buds here, he might be able to get a gun and make it safely away. But no, Buds gonna be taking down Version. And I gotta say, Dax, this is the first time I've seen Buds play. especially in a tournament setting like this, and he's being able to keep up with the best of the best. I'm definitely impressed by his performance here today in the GGEZ Wave 2 All-Star Invitational.
I mean, he's really pulling his weight and more, besides the fact that he opened up the B side a while ago. He's still able to get the kills in the first place, and Bud's doing an amazing job to, as you mentioned, keep up with the best that we can see here. Yun talaga yun, kitang-kita rin natin. That is such a mixture of all of the great things that we have seen so far in the PH scene, and as of yet, it really just goes to show na pag nakaka-step up ka talaga dito, pwede ka manalo dito sa GGEZ. But in any case, we are at it again. Bigla lang mag-peak ang ating arena dyan. The Lear, though, and be in the way. And here we go. Version as of yet. Operator waiting for a shot and takes it and takes care of the Sova there. Good start para sa defense na akin. Team 2 still wanting to hold on. And of course, when Version whips out the up, alam mo na, mapaparespeto ka talaga.
They definitely were not expecting Version to be holding down that angle with an operator, and that was an absolutely crucial pick. Now, for the side of SBNG, they got to be a lot more careful. But at the same time, they cannot afford to be paralyzed by a single operator. The presence of a single operator can be very, very intimidating, but if you give in to that, then your whole push will be dead on its tracks. Bods has the right idea, though, trying to get an early pick onto the backside, but Fission taking down a bad man.
And you like what you see here, just a lot of knowledge being shown here by Bods. But unfortunately for him, and Jensi Version nakatingin at bigla na lang mapuhuli niya yung raise dyan. 5v2. Seems like it's all about getting the spike drop, but you know what else is gonna happen? It will be the side of Mikasi to get that takedown instead. Dubstep though, looking on around, catches that one, but Fission is there to answer back. And we are all tied up yet again. Mukha talaga ang equal na nakita natin matchup dito. Both Team 2 and SBNG fighting for their lives and giving their all para dito sa itong best of 3.
Yeah, kung kaninang hapon nakikita natin na medyo laro-laro lang silang dalawa, yung mga teams natin ngayon, ay talaga nagsaseryoso na because 25,000 pesos is on the line and we are again in game 1 of our grand finals and the match cannot be closer than this. Team 2 starting out with a hot streak and then bumawi ang SBNG with a hot streak of their own. It can really go either way here. Dubstep again on that Bladestorm. And when you pair a Bladestorm and an operator, you can have lethality both in medium close range as well as far away. So Version here though, going to be trying to peek onto a short. Does not find a pick.
The operator gonna be the answer here for SPNG. And now it's gonna be even more distance. Gamit ng Hunter Fury. Tumatagos pa derto. At si Rabbit ngayon, nag-aanap kung sino mamultiply siya ng damage dyan. Still though, that's a bit of a scan there, but it's not enough to get that takedown. And Version instead catching out Rinka along the way. We really see our Omens doing some impact, but not like that because the operator is just the answer no matter what. Here comes a Batman though on the board. Rabbit getting a kill as well. 4v3 again. Spiking planted though. Rabbit gonna be faking it because that is just gonna be that door being a dangerous spot, but Mikasi with a catch on to the Killjoy. And here we go with Vanilla watching on over. Mukhang nag-iintay sila ng healing or bago sa lahat. Shock Dart's gonna be coming on through first and foremost though. And here we go with SENG still holding on with a Bladestorm in hand. 2 critical HP values for the side of defense. This is gonna be Rabbit down below. Scoping para makapitas ng isa. Bidbay na lang kagad kay Rafi dyan. At mukhang the slow play here for Team 2. Gonna get picked apart one by one. It's just an advantage here for SPNG that they can hold on to at Makasi, looking for the exits instead.
I'm gonna sound really pretentious here, but it's almost poetic how Dubstep uses that operator as I say that. He's gonna be taking down Mikazi right there. It's just the speed and lethality of the way he uses that quick scope is just definitely unparalleled here in the local Valorant circuit. Dubstep's signature weapon, definitely comfortable around it, and it shows in his gameplay. Top frag right now in this match.
If you look back into the history of Dubstep, man, there is just no not disconsidering it because when you know Dubstep history, the operator or the AWP, whatever you want to call it, it really has been signature gun for so very long. Ilang taon man na hinahawakan yan kahit sa anong klaseng laro. Basta tactical shooter, kayang-kaya yan laruin ni Dubstep at kitang-kita talaga pag binigay mo sa kanya yan, kayang-kaya niya pumitas. So here we go again. It's Dubstep trying to do it, but no, Rafi with the shutdown. Great refrag though from Bots to answer back 4v4, but Bots gonna get caught out by Fission there. And suddenly the pace picking on up. Naghahabol ng mga pitas dito. First Virgin right now with the Blaze Storm. Neural Theft gonna be in the play as well. And the updraft into the take now. We see a lot of these peeks through the windows, but now we see Virgin making it happen. The cleanup is a go before the lockdown connects. And what a way to end out that half for Team 2 because they just get the mop up onto B main.
Seesaw battle now is done with the first half. As we go into the second one, we have a tight scoreline. If Dubstep pulled off some heroics along with Buds over there for SBNG, the same can be said for Version and Raf. Again, these teams are neck and neck, and just goes to show, how close these teams are in terms of skill level. It's actually quite fascinating to see how they play around together, just knowing the fact that they only had a couple days to practice as a newly formed team.
And some of these teams that have made it all the way have shown not only have the practice held, but also just their natural synergy in the first place. They're able to enable each other. They're able to adjust to what kind of compositions they want to play. And right here, right now, for Team 2, making that stage pick still work in a way has been something to be applauded for, because you don't see that stage too often anymore. But Vanilla, very comfortable on that agent and making it work as much as possible. SBNG in the meantime, pwede pa rin pumalag no matter what. Some raw strength in that kind of roster, and now the SPG squadron gonna be on the defense, but Team 2 will be on the attack. It's all tied up, so it really feels like it's a free, clean slate for both sides no matter what. Vanilla though, gonna get that gun out, meetingin muna dito sa gitna, biglang yung tripper daw may mamamatay kasi mamamatay nga si Fission dyan dahil kay Dubstep. And a great start here for SPNG as they are gonna be rotating over to B side to reinforce if ever, and as we see that Reina is also trying to go for more onto the A side, pero mukhang no dice muna dito para sa Team 2.
It really is a change of pace for Team 2 here as they slow it down to a grinding halt as they stall it out over there at B main, but get spotted by a Batman's turret. And now it signals their execute. Version already on site though, but seems like the spike is nowhere near. Oh, there it is. It's gonna be planted down.
Now it's near to the heart of Mikasi, and she's gonna be able to put it down in the 2v3 scenario though at the binang SPNG, trying to go for the rotate if ever. Rabbit in the meantime though, throwing that recon bolt, and it will get destroyed immediately, confirming that people aren't watching that angle. Here comes Rabbit right now with the push. Paranoia doesn't get too much. Mikasi instead with the kill onto the Sova. Bods in the meantime, and Reika with the cleanup, and SBNG gonna be pretty happy about that because they will be able to take the lead here in the second half and start things off strong on their defense.
Gotta say, the Frenzy was looking pretty scary at that point, but SBNG managed to pull it off. Still think the Classic is the better gun. Right click prevails right there. But going on to this one, I'm pretty sure they're going to be upgrading their weapons. Dubstep going for that aggressive buy, half armor and a Vandal. If he loses that gun and if it goes onto the hands of Rafi in this one, it might be absolutely devastating for SBNG right here. So they definitely have to be careful about that. I wonder if they're going to switch up the pace here and actually go for a full-on aggression, maybe a full-on rush.
That's gonna be scary, especially nga kung si Rafi makahanap niyan. Pero yung Lear, magamit kagad ni Rafi. No quick peeks here from SPG. And now that's going to be all he has until he does get the kill along the way. Para sa Team 2, playing it slow even on their pistol round right here, right now. They're at the very least looking to punish SPNG. But SPNG not going to fall for it whatsoever. At yun talaga yun eh. With the mixed rosters right now, everyone has a bit of a different experience. At mga nabasa rin nila yung kalaban dahil doon. So many voices to show off right here, right now in GGEZ number 2. And it hasn't been easy whatsoever for any of these teams because it really has been a star-studded affair. Some great rounds in round number 1, some great semifinals as well. Looking ahead into the grand finals. Pero once si Reika, mag-peek agad dyan. There we go, Paranoia. Doesn't connect out the Version though. And it is just not gonna, the shots just don't connect there for Version. Vanilla instead with a cleanup style that looking opportunity done because they lose to severity. And that's gonna be Rabbit also getting on the board. 4v2, 4v1. Rabbit right now going ham. And here comes
oh my god,
knife. But Bots will get the takedown. Gamit and wallbang na lang. It was close though for Dubs to make it happen. And they're just gonna be laughing about it, but in the end, the shameful display of the knife kill not gonna happen whatsoever.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, not being able to connect shots with the Sheriff. It's pretty much the story of my life, folks. But again, SBNG now up by 2, but this could be a change of pace for Team 2 here. It's going to be a full buy round for them. They're going to have the gun advantage over SBNG, so they definitely have to make the most of that.
Then remember I told you, if you have one gun to buy, one gun to learn in Valorant. Play the Sheriff because it's just an efficient way to get the one shot anyway.
Actually, yeah.
Di ba? Sabi
Yeah.
ko, kung maging pro player, kung kaya mo mag-Sheriff na lang all the time, di pwedeng mo palag. At bigla na sasabihin, oh, sign this guy up. He only needs 800 credits to pop off. Kayang-kaya na yan para makapatay. Pero habang ngayon, ito na SBNG. They've gotten 2 so far from Team 2. Seems like it really feels like there's some irony in that kind of statement for SBNG. At the very least, they're trying to go for more smokes now. Gonna get thrown on out. McCassie, in the meantime, hiding onto the side of the generator so far. And by this point in time, ang palag dito ng Team 2, mas slow down na naman ng SBNG. This defense has just been so tight so far.
Kahit na lamang sila sa firepower, Team 2 just absolutely struggling right now. Oh, Bods with a quick flick. However, it wasn't enough. Rafi gonna use that good advantage to take him down. Now it's gonna be a 3v3.
Enemy down.
Team 2 going in, going ham, getting takedowns along the way. Marang sinisipa lang talaga nila lahat. Nadadapa ng mga members ng SPG sa harapan nila. And Team 2 just can't going in to make it through the site itself. McCassie right now catching out the Killjoy there as well. Smoke's gonna get thrown on out at mga ang plano na ngayon ni Reika ay itry talaga kung makahanap siya ng pitas ngayon. Ito na ang setup ng ating Omen. Moving on around, but unlucky for her, there is gonna be a wall in the way if ever. She can go for the TP, but it will be a big trap because it really feels like here for the side of Team 2, they're ready for it if ever.
Honestly, at that point in time, I'm just gonna save the gun, not even try, because it's definitely gonna be a tall order against 3 agents, and it looks like she is gonna be holding on to that gun. Team 2, they were off to a bit of a slow burn in that round, but eventually they were able to take it as they exit the site. They might actually even hunt down Reika, but it's like they're not gonna be able to have enough time to find her.
And the third round turnaround giving you the arsenal. And you said a tall order. So, Vim, ito may tanong ko sa'yo. If you're tall enough to get through the wall, like you're taller than the wall, can you actually get over it if you're on the ground?
I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to imagine it in the 3D space in my mind. But
Diba?
I don't know.
What
Questions.
if...
You're asking me important questions, Daks.
Oo nga, no, ito yun eh. What if there's an agent instead of like parang it's similar to an updraft, but then
Right.
what it does, it makes you grow, so you can get up second floor. It's a lot easier for you just walk. You think about those things, but you know what else? You know what's coming? Ang kwento talaga, invisibility is coming. So I'm gonna be interested to see how that's gonna work if ever. Pero,
We already have invisibility with Empress, right? So that's
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
true.
But
That's true, but it's still. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be. But you know what I do know is dubstep is amazing with that operator. But though with the resurrection, Verson actually catching out Reika, and the tide's turning in favor of Team 2 because of that one resurrection. Napabalik si dubstep dun kasi alam niya ma-punish siya. And that being said, it just is gonna be a bait out there to open up that A site. Team 2 using their bodies to really tank the bullets and go on over to the site itself. But will it be enough? Ayun na nga yung wall nakaharang. Good setup here for Team 2 so far. But SBNG concentrating their fire. Up the Raptors gonna be looking to move on around. Rafi watching out for the door. But Version with the kill on the Batman there. Ito na si Rabbit na mahabot ng angulo. Si Version may kita niya kunti muna ang ating Sova Shock Turtle gonna connect. And that slow delayed damage to get rid of the jet along the way. 4v3 na ngayon. Team 2 still holding on so far. Parang sa SBNG, it's all about the exits instead. Rabbit can be able to get one. He's looking to fight a little bit more. Makakatalawa na nga si Rabbit dito sa site mismo. 3 na row for Rabbit in this round. And he wants to play it clutch. He wants to go to the high rail, but it's not gonna happen. There we go with the Cypher getting that takedown. And this evacuation might be a little too slow. Aabot ba ang Team 2? Hindi mapapasabog sila at matatamaan pa nga ng operator. Even though we see Team 2 win it out, SBNG takes care of business on everyone on the other side.
wondering, like, what if all 3 of them tried to go for that retake still? I think they might have had just enough time. But again, I understand the sort of hesitation there because it is very risky. It's just that Rabbit was able to pull off those amazing kills. But again, really close game, 8-8 right now. Empress and Bladestorm for Team 2. And then we got a Hunter's Fury and Bladestorm as well for SBNG. Dubstep on that operator. They do have... okay, we don't really have gun discrepancy firepower except for that operator. Both the teams are on broken by as of this moment. So it can really go either way here.
Yeah, and this is a round that will define the economy of this game. Suddenly, though, the operator indeed does make a statement. Dubstep, they're catching out Rafi along the way. We'll see if SBNG can make it work. Can they get richer and richer here? Or will it be Team 2 taking the lead and taking the reins? Break it though, with a catch on the vision so far. 5v3 na ngayon. Bladestorm pa rin nasa kamay ng Team 2. Pero mahirapan talaga sila because Dubstep is just picking them apart. And this is one of the most demotivating things in Valorant. You get picked apart by the operator. You're trying to set up a play, but then it's just gonna fall apart because you don't have enough people to go for it.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a smoker anymore, you don't have a flash, there's literally no chance in hell you're going to be able to execute a site and evade that op. So it looks like Version is going to be trying his best here. He does have a Vandal in his hands, but Dubstep going to be taking out Vanilla very quickly. And Version will be likely to follow in just a little bit, but he gets a 2K.
The last stand from Version gonna be finally uninstalled there, as that is gonna be a Batman being the Cape Crusader that he needs to be. Gonna be looking at the very least, looking to go for more. And at this point in time, we see that for SBNG, they still have the advantage. They're gonna have the guns that they need. And it seems like for Team 2, they're gonna try their luck with whatever they can buy right now.
They're on the low buy, and this is definitely going to be really tough for Team 2. SBNG might, they're in a good spot to take another point on the board. Dubstep slowly but surely leading on top of the scoreboard, really showing us what he can do with that operator, securing the advantage for SBNG.
And still though, Dubstep right here, right now, focal point of the game. Kung may titingnan kayo isang player talaga dito sa matchup ito, si Dubs talaga panurin natin ngayon. Kasi yung operator talaga niya, bigla na lang nakakapita sa out of nowhere. But Version right now, Bladestorm gonna be the play of the game. Can we see Dubstep though get the angle in the first is? Double scope in right now just to get a bit more of that clarity. And the question is, who will peek who first? This is really that awkward part of Valorant, that it has to be who gets the first move, but suddenly Version can be jumping the gun and blowing up Omen along the way. Good pick off there onto Reka. Mikasi in the meantime with a takedown onto Rabbit as well. At the Team 2 talaga ayaw magpatalo. Another set of kills for them, allowing them to move over to the side. And here we go again with the attackers taking a bit of the objective control. Pero yung Spike, malayo pa rin. Nag-try may ship talaga all the way here to A side.
Version really knowing what to do with that jet and how to open up a site. Dubstep going to be managing to take down Mikasi with that classic kill. Rafi going to be answering back, taking down bots. Now it's going to be all down to Dubstep. It's like he is going to be going, exiting perhaps, or trying to get some exit frags here. Definitely not going to want to throw away that operator.
Yes, Team 2, at the very least, they have the numbers onto the side. They cannot count out Dubstep if ever, but at the same time, it does feel like they're cutting off the retreat of Dubstep in that same vein. Rafi though, Stinger in hand, at medyo lugi siya dito pag bigla na lang may bakbakan dyan. But can the burst fire get the damage in the first place? He's gonna be moving over to B side instead. Dubstep over to the garden so far. For the SBNG, you can really see they're trying to string along a chain of kills, but when Team 2 gets the advantage and is just able to say, you know, we'll just do it ourselves, nakakahanap bigla na lang yung Team 2 ng paraan makalusot to sa side. And Rafi with the backstab there, catching a Dubstep, allowing Team 2 not only to tie up this game, but also to get rid of that operator so far.
Really huge thrifty round for Team 2 right there. And that's one way of countering an operator that's holding down A side. If you try to sort of get close to him in a very fast manner, and of course a tailwind from that jet is the perfect way to do that. Really good initiative from Version, managing to displace that operator holding down that angle on A main, as well as taking down opening the site. So really well played from Version right here. Vanilla going to be slowing down A short. Could be holding on to the spike right here. Buds will be keeping watch on mid though, as Dubstep makes his way onto A main using that Blade Storm.
And we see it again, right? When you get a thrifty round, it just changes the pace of the game. And here we go, though, with SPNG looking to invest ultimates this time. Another economy that you can build on, another economy that you can work with. But here we go with Version right now, catching out Ring along the way. Going for the angle, gets beautiful headshot there. But a Batman and Rabbit still going to be able to get on the board. Bigla na ng SPNG, putting up a great fight here and now. And that's going to be another beautiful tap, this time from a Batman. Malayuan lang kinakanan dito ng SPNG. It doesn't matter what gun Team 2 has, because it's still SPNG getting the shots on in the first place, and AR heating on up. You answer back with Thrifty for a thrifty round. What a play from SPNG.
And a Batman has woken up despite being on the bottom of the scoreboard for his team. undoubtedly throughout the entire day, he's been one of the most consistent players on that Killjoy, and expect him to perform even better later on in the next rounds. But coming in on here, looks like there will be no operator for the side of Team 2. And we all know how, okay, Version is going to be on that op. So it could be, again, could go either way, depending on which operator gets a pick first.
The thing is, parang you meet a Thrifty Round with Thrifty Round, parang nang libre ka na nga, tapos bigla ka na libre sa kabila. It just feels like it's a full reset in a way. It's a 100 to 0, then suddenly it's 0 to 100, and everything is to end up balanced because of that. But for now, it's a brawl onto the walkways here, and now Mikasi up on top mid, and it's gonna only bat the angles here for the Omen. For habang ngayon, SPNG using this advantage to try and go for more. Top step again, systematic na naman. At parang na lang nakita natin may building blocks dito si Dubstep. At kesa niya gusto sirain lahat, tampakin lahat, he just takes it off one by one. And it's really annoying if you just have that. Parang you built a Lego set and then you're seeing, why is this piece missing? Why is this piece missing? And then in the end, they just disassemble. Like, what the hell just happened? That's exactly what Dubstep is doing. Suddenly, whatever you try to build, I have like a big cabinet of Legos here, and if I had like maybe one of the TIE fighters, suddenly kulang na isang wing, tapos bigla asan yung cockpit? Ano nangyari dito? That's pretty much it. It's Dubstep winning out the rounds already because he has shattered the confidence, he shattered whatever building set. 2 has, at least though, Team 2 still has 2 members. They have 20 seconds on the clock. They want to execute here onto the site. So there is a chance, but they have to be very careful. At iniisip nila, baka save na lang tayo dito. Bantayan na lang natin itong angle na to. Bigla na lang may magpapakita dun sa gelato. And a Batman gonna be chilling there by the ice cream. Mikasi though with the catch onto the race along the way. But that should be that for the round. Will we see one more exit? A brawl perhaps from Mikasi? But the shock darts are coming. It doesn't connect. Pero yan na si Rabbit on the hunt. And apparently the prey gonna be the Predator there instead.
BNG now up by 2. Again, Dubstep really exceptional on what he does, keeping the opponent guessing on where he's going to be able to peak. Now, a common mistake normal operators do is that when they're able to get a pick on one angle, they just hard scope in and go for the repeak, and then they usually get traded out. But Dubstep, of course, much smarter player than that. He's going to switch over to a different area of the map, go take on a fresh new angle, and then boom, enemy is surprised that, oh, Dubstep's over here. Where is he going to pop out next? And that is the thorn on the side of Team 2 right now.
Exactly. And you know what else is going to pop? The head of 2 members of SPNG, because Version takes matter in his own hands. Here we go, Vanilla down below. Just that wall by the log cubby. But for Team 2, they have the man advantage, but that is going to be a neural theft also to help them out position if ever. Dubstep looking all around for a target yet again. At alam mo, pag nakakita tayo ng op talaga eh, it really feels so very inspiring na suddenly kung na-try ko yung op, hindi tama, it's just, it's not gonna happen. But you know what's happening here? A 2-for-2 trade. Suddenly it's Dubstep all alone. That lockdown trying to start things off. Dubstep right now gonna get another takedown, but Vanilla will eventually get that kill. And Team 2 will be able to finally shut down Dubstep there again, and it is gonna be high time to see what SPNG will do. Mukhang may pera daw si Dubstep. Kanina pa siya nakakapitas at pwede niya ulitin yung operator if ever.
It looks like he might be able to go for that 30 bomb very, very shortly. Team 2, though, still in this. Talaga hindi magpapatalo ang either team sa match na to. My Empress dito si Rafi can make use of it. He should make use of it as of this moment. Perhaps try to get some chain kills, or perhaps try to quickly displace Dubstep using those leers. And again, pinpointing the location of where Dubstep is going to peak will be essential to their success. But again, that is a very hard thing to do as Dubstep takes down Mikasi.
You know, I was gonna say something to you. When here for Team 2, they're hunting for Dubstep, the first time they'll see Dubstep is on the kill feed, not on the map. Biglang, oy, you gotta pick up, right? Okay. And this is really just an operator-dictated game. You can see on Ascent talaga, the old school meta, you whip out 2 operators and you just go for the crossfire. And
that was just disgusting, dude.
That was disgusting. And you know, if you do it now, it's a big investment and you can get overrun on the sites, especially the fact you're spending 5k for it. But at the same time, you can see for Dubstep, he just needs one to control the whole game. It's like he's the evil overlord controlling the chessboard right now. And for Team 2, they've done amazing efforts to shut him down, but it really is hard fought. It is all about the bloodshed there. And when we see SBNG just control the battlefield the same way they do pretty much for the past few rounds, then it does become the dubstep show. But Fission now equalizing the odds 4v4. And 4 teams who at the very least are looking to play on the B side for mga binabatayan na kagad. Versional scaring one off. That is going to be the Omen. And be forced back on the way. Painful though with the zone. Here comes the Empress getting thrown on that Cloudburst immediately. And 14-2, they're trying to execute. The Nanoswarm though getting the damage. Good play though, connecting on the Rika so far. And here we go with Team 2 going for the spike plant. But that's immediately going to be Bods catching one out. Spike though planted 3v3 scenario. And what kind of angles will we see here from the defense? As SPNG still sticking on around. Fission though going to get caught. He does take care of Bods along the way. Pero si Batman ang sasagot. Biglang 2v2 na lang dito. At si Dubstep nakatingin sa potas. At si Version ang makapatay sa kanya. That is just an amazing kill here for Team 2. They made a wish to make it happen. But Batman will fall on the hand of Version. Hello upgrade, hello update, and hello Version with the operator. Big wish for him because we are seeing such a close game again.
11-11. It's looks like Version is going to be taking advantage of that discount. Haha.
Hindi lang discount. It's a 5-figure discount by this point. And it's not just that, it's grave robbery as well. It's like you're playing an RPG, right? You kill an enemy, tas biglang, uy, loot the corpse. Akin yan lahat. Thanks very much. and that's the biggest rare item that you can get. For Team 2, though, confidence abound. Dubstep now forced to play the blades. And of course, decisions have to be made. SPNG, they can go for the buys if ever. I believe ano kaya pera nila dito, but that was a big investment if ever. But if they do lose this round out, it's going to be even harder than ever to try and win into the next one. At while may buys nga dito, courtesy of Reika and the crew. Hunt is on though. Version trying to go for a quick little flick. Doesn't get too much. And seems like it's slow play here for Team 2. They're on the attack, sure, but they want to go for the operator picks as well.
Batman is going to be taking a more defensive stance here. SBNG could make something happen with the Blade Storm of Dubstep. Are going to see some heroics here again, but Team 2 looking like they don't want to give up at all because, again, Version putting in a lot of work. Dubstep off that Blade Storm, and here's I was talking about a quick 2K, and of course a Batman following up.
Pinagapakan na naman niya lahat, and that is just gonna be Dubstep doing it again. 4v2 right now. Rafi in the meantime gonna be playing by the Jenny. Bikasi gonna be right behind him, and we'll see if these two can actually make it happen here now. For suddenly palipad-lipad dito si Bot gonna be sticking around by the Jenny. Rafi though gonna be able to get that takedown, and Dubstep just as unrelenting, doesn't even let Rafi enjoy the spoils of that corpse because the knives are there to connect. SBNG 1 point away from taking this map, but it has been very close for Team 2 so far.
Talaga hindi ako mapapahiya pag sinabi kong feeling ko may mangyayari sa Blade Storm and Dubstep kasi he is just so damn reliable on that Blade Storm. It's actually ridiculous.
Ayun na nga, yung sinasabi mo nga rin, 30 bomb into play back at Dubstep. Just going ham, going crazy, getting those takedowns. Version going over that 20 kill mark as well, looking to show on up. And really our Jets doing all they can and more to put in an impact in this game. But for now, Dubstep says it's time to withdraw every little cent. And for me, now natutuwa ako honestly, pag zero money ka at the pinaka-end of the half, it really feels like you're very efficient in buying whatever you can because there's no point saving it anyway. And we'll see if Dubstep can be efficient with his operator. He does peek though, but Fission has already creeped on closer. And a great shutdown here para sa Team 2. Naghahanap sila ng overtime. Naghahanap sila para makapasok dito sa B-side. And they're already on it like a bullet. Can Version though go for the push onto the speedway here and now. Seems like though for Bod's gonna be hanging on the ground, and SBNG deciding na reinforce muna natin tong site na to, pero kitang-kita talaga na mas open tong inside besides the traps into play. But Batman, he is able to hold control of the middle, preventing the flank from happening. And that's a great pick up there from SPNG to slow down the opposition. Isa pa nga dito, gamit ng lockdown.
Now that Dubstep has gone out early in the round, who's going to step up and take the mantle for SBNG? It looks like Buds is going to be taking down Version. Now it's going to be left to Batman, Buds, and Mikasi over here. I mean, Reika. Looks like she's going to be taking down Fission as well. This is a 2v2. Make that a 2v1. Hindi nila nagamit ang lockdown. Quite unfortunate for SPNG, but let's see if they're able to clutch this out.
The stall though. That was just all about the stall there. Unfortunately for SBNG, it's still not enough. Team 2 having two members yet again. May overheal pa dito si Rafi, so he's really full armor effectively right now. May Cassie though gonna be that first bait, but apparently she's gonna be the one to get that kill instead. Team 2 forcing out overtime. At,
Switching
yo,
sides.
Bim, I'm gonna be honest
Overtime.
with you. Parang itong mga games natin dito sa GGEZ, not gonna
Right.
lie. They've been very, very sweaty. They've been very, very intense, and they've been a bit more intense than multiple tournaments that we've seen in this year. It's just
It's
crazy.
actually very true.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
of course, you get some really good results. You throw in a bunch of really good pro players together, mixed in with a lot of clouded personalities. You get something really great. You really can't go wrong with GGEZ.
a recipe of success and a recipe to get another overtime in this tournament. Maybe it's also because we stream every game in this bracket. Maybe that's one thing also. At kitang-kita natin, all stars for a reason. Really very balanced teams at most. And it really is just about synergy plus person! He's just automatic with the lineup. Dubstep no answering back! Parehong jet nakadalawa dyan. Pero ito ng SPNG, mabilis na talaga. And the thing about that B side is there's natural cover for the jet if ever. You can use the updrafts to get behind the shed. You can use the updrafts to go for the peek onto the window. And it's safe to say that Dubstep is able to initiate and move on to that B side. Rabbit though in behind, catching out the Cypher there. And now the advantage for SPNG as the spike is going to get planted. And Mikasa caught on that. All up to Rafi. He's going to be halfway to that ultimate. So he's not able to really use it so far. Aldrin though going to be there. Dubstep waiting for confirmation, and he wants to go for the swing into the takedown. Ayun talaga, use the toys to get the distraction and go for the kill from there. SBNG winning out the
sides.
first round here in overtime, but now they'll have to defend to try and win it out.
Version had a really great idea. Oftentimes in these overtime rounds, you can really catch your opponent off guard by going really, really aggressive, because oftentimes you expect your defensive opponent to be very passive, because definitely a lot is riding on the next couple of rounds.
Here.
But that's a great way of catching your opponent off guard. It's just a Dubstep again was just able to answer back very quickly. He's already on 33 frags on the board, but he's not done just yet.
These games though, getting sweatier and sweatier. Parang na lang tong Santa hat kung masyado mainit para sa December. Diba? Parang yung problema, we don't have winter, so all of these kinda, they say thicker clothing or at very layered clothing, it's just not the best thing. But it really is also just the heat of the battle right now. This Ascent map going the long haul, but SPNG, they just need a one more win. All about mid control though para sa Team 2. No punish whatsoever as of yet. Galing sa ating defense, it's more about those safe angles, more of those chokeholds. It seems like for SPNG, they might even consider letting a retake situation happen instead.
Looks like they're going to be letting Team 2 safely make their way onto Garden. And time for execution is nigh as they all make their way onto A side here. Batman going to be taking down Version. And a couple of trades follow as well.
Put down.
Oh, Fish and Rafi making it happen. And a great call here for Team 2 to move over to the side. Bigla na lang magiging 2v1 as that is going to be Rabbit Vanilla trading blows. And at very least, they'll be able to get some pickouts here and there. But break ka ngayon, nasa itaas. Only chance here for SBNG. We've seen our freeway players play clutch before, and it is just gonna be no exception for Reka. TP time right now to try and contest the hell angle. Good opportunity to go for the peak. That's gonna be one. Looking for the second. Tingin dito sa kaliwa. For that small little bit of hesitation, costing them the round. Vanilla will be able to stand up to the
Switching
heat,
sides.
and we go again to overtime, Bim.
Set up so perfectly for Reika's clutch, but that slight hesitation as she flicked away just for a second, for a blink of an eye. Vanilla was able to capitalize on that, securing the round for Team 2 as we go into double overtime, man. This is just indicative of how intense GGEZ is. We're going into double overtime. This is, again, the second match, I think, that we've seen double overtime tonight.
Man, double overtime. Just need to take a little bit of a breath of fresh air before we get on started. SBNG gonna be on the attack again. Team 2 now on the defense. And for Vanilla, at the very least, it's all about the both has for now. Spike though, gonna be in the B main. entrance. At the very least, para sa SPG, hanap muna ng pitas bago sa lahat. Break down the wall. Try to get rid of all the shenanigans and all the slows that Team 2 has in the first place. At mga ito ang plano nga ng SPG. Look to bait out the utility if ever. Make some noise. Force Vanilla to throw that one down. Or they're gonna get taken. And for SPNG, they're playing it pretty tactically and looking for targets here and there along the way.
Really good change of pace right here. It looks like it's going to be really easy to bait out utilities from Vanilla out there. I do believe he only has one slow orb left. Version here, not going to be an operator this time around. Looks like SPNG are going to be able to decide to commit onto B side. They only have 40 seconds left on the clock. They have very little time to rotate, so perhaps they are going to be deciding to commit right here. Take note, Vanilla, again, doesn't have a lot of utilities left.
So they're all rapid, catching out Fish in there, and SBNG getting the opening that they need yet again. Mikasi and Vanilla holding the line, and Team 2, the defense is just looking pretty stalwart again. Mukhang dalawa nga lang kinakailangan na doon sa B side because suddenly they're just able to hold on to the site itself, and now it's Team 2 on the offensive. They're the ones on match point here. How the tables have turned, and this is just the first map out of 3, Vim.
Honestly, this is just a very surprising outcome. SBNG looking like they had such an upper hand earlier on. Then the tables have turned after heroics from Version. And of course, Vanilla clutching it out quite a few times as well. You got to commend Mr. Janilla right there.
It really goes to show that for Bods and Janilla, both of them keeping on up. But right now, it's 2-4 Version, and he just gives them a 2-man advantage to try and get this 2-round win if ever. Still, Rafi gonna be there at mukhang nawala na kagad ng Steve dito ang SPNG. Team 2, not only do they use the 2 there, just be able to hold on to the side a while ago, now they use that double kill to open up to B side where they won at before. They're trying to do it again in style. Still though, that is gonna be Bods looking to play the catch. Already getting a kill. Throws down the page shells. Bounces into the shed though. Fights for his life and catches out the Cypher there. Moonbot can be there as well. Batman right now whipping out the tools. But unfortunately, he's the one who will fall instead after that one takedown. Rafi on the board. 2v1 right now. Good situation here for Team 2. If you really gotta play into the name. And that convention will work because that is gonna be the 2-round win they're looking for. Team 2 will take it on Ascent 15-13. What's an overtime onslaught there?
Incredible match all around. Again, I was expecting a close one. I wasn't expecting a scoreline of 15-13. However, given what transpired earlier on in the second half, but again, Version, just heroics of Version, and of course, Vanilla coming in clutch as well. Incredible performance all around from Team 2. But we're not over yet. This is a best of 3 series, my friends. We are in the grand finals, and SBNG bet that they're going to be bringing everything they got into this next one, as 25,000 pesos is on the line.
This is, that's that kind of game we just have to straighten up stretch, and it really went so very long. But the thing about it is the battle of the Jets had to be the biggest one. Dubstep versus Version, different kind of strokes for different folks, and you can really see the operator there for Dubstep just completely controlling around, and then Version will answer back, just get his rifle on and go ham as well. From that point on though, it really was just such a back and forth potential clutch for both sides, but in the end, ang Team 2 pa rin yung kahanap ng snowball nila dun sa overtime. They had, it's really funny nga eh, kasi Team 2, they did it in 2s. They defended B-side in 2. Double kill para kay Version. It really feels like everything was done in a set there para sa team. Nasadya nila yun. Manalo
ba? Namesake here.
Double overtime sila nanalo. So lahat na lang ng pwede mo sabihin na 2 talaga. Just
is this a conspiracy happening, unfolding right before your eyes, my friends?
Dude, I'm just like, I'm seeing the truth here. The Illuminati will not be able to fool me. Conspiracy or coincidence, you guys decide. But we are gonna be getting into map number 2, which is Team 2's pick, of course, and it will be Bind. Pero grabe talaga yung matchup na yan. Kitang-kita dito sa GGEZ. Ang lupit masyado ng bakbakan no matter what.
Now, of course, both of these teams know very well how to play this map. And of course, if you're new to Valorant, Bind is the map with 2 teleporters. And there's really various ways on how to play the map. Of course, a lot of teams finding value in picking Sova in a map like Bind. So wouldn't be surprised if, again, we're going to find a Sova there, perhaps a Cypher or a Killjoy as well.
Wouldn't be surprised at all to see Cassie and Raycut face off on the controls yet again. Kitang-kita nga natin, diba? Kayang-kaya ng mga female players natin mga clutch if ever. And of course, for Buds as well as Vanilla, playing whatever comforts them, playing whatever they can do. Because if you enable these, non-professional players to actually play the agent that really fits them, they can step up to that level. Kasi yung comfort pick talaga, ang pinaka, nalaro nila, syempre. That's what they do. They make the content, they stream the game, and stream whatever they do along the way. They enjoy what they play, and we're seeing them shine because all of the teams, all of the pro players understand how they can really succeed with them on the team. Walang pabigat-bigat dito. It really is just all about working together as a team. And in all honesty, kita natin to from both sides in this grand final matchup.
Definitely a combined effort throughout these two teams. But again, of course, these pro players understand that they have more experience and they can adjust to let their team shine. And that's what leaders do. I just got to commend again Bods for exhibiting a really good performance throughout all his matches here in GGEZ. Honestly, first time seeing this guy play, and I'm really, really impressed so far.
Yeah, payaman na payaman talaga para kay Buds, and it's just crazy to see him shine like that. But overall, everyone here stepping on up, representing their team as much as possible. It's not really about that team identity in a way, but still, it does give you a bit of pride na tipong, I'm the one from my team who made it to the finals of GGEZ. I'm the one who's able to adjust with my usual rivals, if ever. And it does feel like that 25k can be sweeter. Pero na tayo, match point for Team 2. If they win out on Bind, then they will become our champion. In the meantime, Sad Boys and Girl will be trying to do their best on this defense to start things off. They need to win out here on Bind to force out a map number 3 if ever. At kita naman natin na mukhang makakakita nga tayo ng Ray's Reyna composition because Dubstep has had enough and he wants to control this battle through sheer kills.
So it looks like Team Sad Boys and Girl going to be starting off on the defense as Team 2 will be starting off on the offensive. It's like, again, some comfort picks coming in here as well. But Fission this time going to be on that. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. Again, Fission not going for the duelist. We saw how successful he was earlier on the Reyna. Again, they decided to switch over roles. And Rafi going to be going on that duelist. And Version, of course, going to be on his jet. But guys, you're going to be in for a treat. Dubstep, absolutely lethal on that Reyna, especially in a map like Bind. He knows how to play those corners, those sharp angles very, very well to time that dismiss absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, the disengage game for Dubstep is something to watch out for. From kitang-kita na na-channel talaga yung power ng payaman dito para sa teams, Sad Boys and Girls. But the Realm supporting Team 2 right here, right now. Question is, though, who's going to be able to make it work? It's time for us to get into Bind. It's time for us to get into the battle. And it does feel like it's double duelist versus double duelist. Single Sentinel is going to be on board. It's Sovas and Omens to wrap it all up. And any thoughts for these compositions? What do you think might be the strengths of both sides?
Honestly, I think I'm going to have to give it with the team that has the quote-unquote hard sentinel in the sense of a Batman being the Killjoy. For the other side naman, they don't have a Cypher, they don't have Killjoy. Feeling ko mahihirapan sa defense in all honesty. But that remains to be seen depending on how Vanilla can hold down the sites, depending on how those duelists can control the pace of the game. But typically in these cases, you favor the team that has a hard sentinel. I mean, that's just how it goes.
That's actually a good point. Kasi pag di pang doon sa site mismo doon sa defense, it will be a lot harder for Vanilla to try and make it happen later on. But there is one caveat of playing that stage on Bind, and you can do the old school stuff with the safe plants.
Oh yes.
I like this site, but it's a bit too big. Why don't I just take one chunk of it and say this is where we play. Ito na yun. And that's exactly what Team 2 can do whatever. The A-safe plant gonna be just behind the APC and look to hold from there. Of course though, it is gonna be an opportunity for SPNG to shatter that wall down, and immediately Dubstep shattering the face of Version there. One para kay Dubstep, looking for a second one. He's eager to go for the kills and he wants to go for the Lear Light here right now. Sova helping on that. Rabbit's gonna be there to try and reinforce, but you still wanna give that kill to Dubstep para lang magamit niya yung ores. But here we go with SPNG getting another pick off courtesy of Bogs. Vision gonna be at the very least forced to stay in behind. The slow orb is there at malapitan dito para kay Batman at kay Fox. Bigla na lang nagkulas at bigla na lang may kutsilyo to see a Batman. It's like a batarang that you thrust at the back of your opponent, and SPNG will take it there. And even though they're down by 1, they have the guts to go for the 9th.
And laughter is all around right there in the in-game chat. But again, that's probably like I think the second knife kill throughout this whole tournament. But that was just a really clean defense from SBNG again. Dubstep securing that opening kill. That Reyna raid boss effect happening on the pistol round as well. But all in all, it was a concerted effort from the team. They're going to be fully upgrading now, asserting their dominance coming into round number 2.
Exactly, Dubstep, scary immediately, imposing his will, giving everyone a mean face so far. But Reika right now on the high ground, and SPNG gonna have the guns that they need. No more room for error here for SPNG. They need to play this out as smart as they can. And for Reika, just has to look down below. Baka na lang biglang may makita siyang ulo na puti. Pero ang tanong, mahabol ba kagad yan ni Reika in the first place? Waiting for the smoke to dissipate if ever. Hearing some of the shots, it's a little bit awkward, no? When you are just gonna be down below someone who's waiting it out. Eventually, Reika sees that one, but Vanilla gonna be able to get the frag. I really feel though na may opportunity mapatay ni Reika kanina pa si Version, no?
Yeah, perhaps a little bit off on the timing there, but Dubstep gonna be getting a quick 2K. What Reika did there was definitely a bit of a gamble. Rabbit though, gonna be taking down Mikasi as well. It's gonna be a 3v1. Looks like SBNG poised to take this second round as well, but Rafi to be answering back with that frenzy though.
He will get the gun, TP's over, and surprise, surprise! That is gonna be Rafi getting the head of Buzz, but unfortunately, Batman is there to help on out, and that was just a bit lucky for SBNG. It just so happened Killjoy and the Rays were together, but if Rafi was just able to go for the TP 1v1, it could have been a 1v1 situation on the site itself instead.
Absolutely. And coming into this next round, looks like there won't be a lot of gun discrepancy here, as both teams will be with rifles and half armors as well.
Time for a field test.
SPNG gonna be looking to go at it again. They want to dominate here on Bind to force out the map number 3 if ever. Team 2 though in the meantime gonna be pushing on forward, but Bots with this cubby control so far. Great use of the paint shells to zone at the opposition. Di naman nakalusog kagad yung race ng Team 2. So magiging late si Rafi to the party. Bakbakan na dito, but Bots gonna be able to get another kill on the board. And here we go with Version getting the answer back. 4v4 na kagad dito. This is gonna be the Jet trying to get the angle against the ones by the garden, but a Batman able to push on forward, and now Belong in control of SPNG. This is gonna be tactically good for the defense kasi pwede si maka-flank if ever. Reika also TPing and trying to make it to the elbow if ever. And here we go with Dubstep getting rid of Version along the way, but Vision all the way on the other side wins the duel, goes for the reload, and now the Sage and the Sova together hand in hand looking to go for the rotate.
They have 50 seconds left on the clock. They could wait out the heal. 10 seconds left before that, but I doubt they can actually stall for that long. Dubstep and crew definitely on the hunt. They have the pulse that they have rotated to A, and they're definitely going to try to hunt them down here. The heal does go off. See if they can make something out of this breather, but no, Dubstep will be tapping onto the head.
Great shot, and oh, Vanilla! Eventually, that last bullet will still connect, breaking down the wall, breaking a face, but unfortunately, luck is just not going to be too much there. Batman will get the kill, and the third round come back here for the side of SBNG. They're doing it right now, Vim. They've gotten some heavy control because of the kills that they've been getting, the stalls that they've been doing, the timings that they have been able to execute on, and they have a good gun advantage coming into this round because of all of the factors like that so far. It's looking pretty standard here, but it's looking to be a standard 3-0 coming into play.
It looks like Team 2 is going to be struggling a bit here as they forced to go on a save round. See, though, if they can make something out of this, perhaps get a gun or two and turn things around. As they make their way onto a B split here, Vision and Version going to try to take control of Hookah here.
Rafi though getting that orb. Here we go with Rabbits and Bods though cleaning up house. And this is looking pretty systematic here from SPNG because suddenly it's 4v2. We had an onslaught, we had a great fight on the set, but this time it's still SBNG going for a very, very great hold that really chokes the light out the opposition. But you know who's
God.
Vanilla with the revolver there. A tap a while ago, a takedown to the under with the wall back, a resurrection, but the flick doesn't connect. And Rabbit will say, you know, kakatayin ko na lahat dito sa garden. Everyone together, adding some salt to that wood. At kitang-kita talaga, pinestahan ni Rabbit yung tatlo dyan.
I mean, it was such a good play coming in from Vanilla, even being able to get that res off, but unfortunately just lining up. And I gotta say, man, I'm also really impressed with what Vanilla has brought to the table so far. Definitely much improved since his last appearance on GGEZ, and definitely representing Pinoy's realm here in the All-Star Invitational Wave number 2. But full buys around for both teams. Let's see if Team 2 can actually come back at this point in time. Gotta use that showstopper.
Oh, Mikasi, shutting down dubstep is the best thing that you can do. And you know, Mikasi has been very clutch here for Team 2 so far in their tournament run. But you know who has been the bigger idol here has to be Version. Getting 2 so far yet again. A Batman though! Kanina pa siya ganito, Bim! Bigla na lang, tipong lalakad-lakad lang ako dito. Kita ko isang tao. Sige, 1 shot, 1 kill. All I need to get that takedown if ever. Lockdown into play is the team just gonna be enough to get damage done. Bods though, breaking the face of Mikasi there, and now it is gonna be the showstopper into play. Team 2 trying to find the angle. Rafi waiting it out. Kita niya bigla, may race sa kabila at mapapasabog na lang si Bods dyan. Unfortunately though for SBNG, they commit a lot, but it's not gonna be enough. Vision will catch out a Batman there, and Team 2 finally on the board.
After 4 rounds, they finally get a point on the board in the 5th one. But I gotta say, man, I've been telling you, a Batman just absolutely on fire today. But again, Rafi being able to secure that round using that showstopper as well. Definitely a much needed point on the board. Looks like Team SBNG is in dire economic straits here. So definitely Team 2 going to want to capitalize on that and mount a bit of a momentum shift here.
SVNG, they used up a lot of that money because of the pickoffs that Team 2 has done so far. And here we go again with Rabbit breaking 1 immediately. Version will go down. Rabbit trying to avoid the Hunter's Fury there. Pero mukhang si Fission makaka-line up dyan. Si Rafi nakakapitas na rin. At bigla na lang itong Team 2 looking to go for the setup. And finally, the wall is upon us, Bim. You need to have a clear sight. Ace safe is here. Pero yun talaga yun eh. You need to have a clearer sight to keep this wall alive. With no one home, it's like, okay, reinforce. Now it's harder here for SBNG. They're gonna have to commit a lot of time to break that wall down. But it's still gonna be, of course, an effort that they will undertake. Dubstep Mikasi getting 1 apiece. 3v2 right now. High ground dito para kay Bods. Third could be there to help on out as well. They're trying to add the DPS, but the Painsters are coming. It's gonna be Hallelujah, the cluster grenade going for the drop down. And that's gonna be 1 more kill for Vanilla. He's trying to look for more, but no, instead, it's the Omen of Mikasi getting the cleanup there. And Team 2, they made it to 2 points, Bim. At mukhang ito na nga sila.
The ritual has begun.
They're channeling it. This really feels like that there is something amiss dito. Coincidence or conspiracy? I think not, because here we go again. A bit of a comeback happening here for Team 2 so far.
It just goes to show that if you have a very proactive Sage on the offense, can really make a huge difference in terms of executions and post plans. That's why back in the early days of Valorant, the Sage was nearly a must pick for nearly every agent composition before the nerfs on the slow orb and the barrier orb as well. Just goes to show how much of a game changer the Sage can be. Vision though going to be taking down Dubstep. This could be a huge opportunity for them.
The whole kit, especially that heal also, but for now, it is going to be the kit of the Sova, allowing them to get rid of the Jet there. Still now, it is going to be SBNG making it 2v2, a Batman. He just does it again, Bim. Yun talaga yung strength of Batman dito. Rabbit, go for the ankle breaker, and does it twice to play nice. 3 kills back kay Rabbit dyan, aiming low to get those takedowns, and SBNG will make it work. I actually don't understand that pinili ni Rabbit mag-aid that low. But, you know, it worked. Bigla na lang na-trip over yung dalawa na nag-set up dun sa site mismo.
It seems like the stars aligned for Rabbit right there. But again, perhaps this is the time for him to shine. He had a very good performance during their first game over here in GGEZ. But again, he had a perhaps rough couple games after that. But this seems like a different story.
You know, Rabbit, he's very vocal in multiple streams. Marami naghahanap kay Rabbit. And when he does show up on stream, though, when he does show up in the game, you're in for a treat there from the Hasher Boy in the first place. But as of yet, of course, you're always in for a treat when Dubstep is in the game. Bigla na lang makapitas ng isa. Version though in the meantime with the catch onto Rabbit. 4v4 scenario as Dubstep backs on the way. At mga laro dito ng Team 2, punta kagad ng A side. Can they go for the safe play though? Because we still have one holding out of the lamps and one up top on the heaven. Reika gonna be a big instrument of success if ever the crossfire does happen here for SBNG. But Team 2 thinking twice and might consider going on backward, playing it slow first and foremost, and looking for the smokes to start things off.
So, reason to rush right now. It's 50 seconds. Still plenty of time to decide what to do. And sometimes playing the info game at this point in time is the best course of action. It's like Recon Dart will not be able to find Batman being sneaky in that corner, and he finds a pick onto Vanilla. Oh my god, this guy.
Smoke gameplay, para na lang. You have smooth criminals and you got the smoke criminal
30
there
seconds
from Batman just hiding on the inside, able to get the angle. Version though, looking for the flank, does get rid of a bat along the way. At one, na kagad yung TP papunta dun sa malapit sa last one up the APC. That is Bots taking the angle. Reika there as well has been a stalwart defender of that A site for quite a while and does it there. 6-2 ngayon para sa SBNG. Well, we're seeing the defense dominate so far, but Team 2, gritty team that can always go for the comeback if ever.
They're gonna have a tough round coming into this because, again, they will be on the light buy. Now, they're struggling here on attack, but I can't say that they'll have an easier time on the defense either because of the lack of that hard sentinel. Then that remains to be seen. Again, Version on that operator could really turn the tide, especially on defense. But Fission will be wasting no time at all. Make an entry onto Hookah here.
Oh no, the burst fire just doesn't connect there from Version. And Rafi catching up, Bots trying to back on out, but SBNG have already made the impact happen. Out of nowhere, TP play over to be short. And from that point on, it became a 4v2. Batman hunting for a target. Makikita pa niya yung stage dito. Vanilla trying to go for the lineup. Here comes the Omen looking to go for the close-up, but it's not going to work out for Mikasi whatsoever. Vanilla right now looking pretty plain here, and this ice cream going to be melting on down. SBNG up by 5, dominating this half so far. As we said, we saw it a while ago and we might see it again. Pwede pa kumambak dito on Team 2.
During the previous games, we saw them, they were off to a slow burn, but they were able to find the rhythm, and then they dominate the latter part of the game. So let's see if the same will happen here. May resurrect C Vanilla dito, and they could definitely use that to their advantage.
Incredible stuff here and now in the GGEZ All-Star Invitational. And even though it has been a bit of a slow-paced game, it has been SPNG making these kills secure, making these defenses hold. And you can really see na kaya-kaya na mak-reinforce, kaya-kaya na manalo dun sa mga entries na ginagawa ng Team 2 dito. And it has really helped out in their success rate. Pero ngayon, Team 2, maangulo dito sa may A side. Want to take control of the short angle in the first place. Version watching over the left side there and then. Altro now gonna be into play at SPNG trying to get that intel as Dubstep already gets confirmation that one is down. At yun yung sinasabi natin, diba? If you want to find Dubstep, you look at the scoreboard, you look at that kill feed, but Version up on top, but a Batman! He really is a hero here, protects his teammate, gets 2 so far, high ground right now para kay Pods, si Rabbit ang mga kapitas, at mukhang mag-iisa lang dito si Fission, already knocking down 1, looking to get the big boom here. Can he get the big bang on? Gets a second already. And it's 2 in a row para kay Fission. Headshots abound. Biglang may peek na naman. He's trying to decide who goes first. It's 3, it's 4, but Dubstep will make it happen in the end. That was so close para sa SPNG. And Fission, you cannot count this guy out. At sabi ni Dubstep, oy, naka 4K siya? What if I get his band out? Baka biglang ma-channel, biglang ma-transfer yung power sa akin.
It's such a valid effort, such a strong effort from Fission right there, but unfortunately you can do very little when 3 people shoot at you at once. But again, Team 2, don't count them out just yet. They came from a really similar game earlier tonight, and they were able to actually win it and come back in a spectacular fashion. So things tend to change in the second half. We still have a couple of rounds left to go in the first one. Let's see if they can actually close it out to an 8-4. Dubstep, though, going for the early aggression here as Rafi going to be trade fragging Version.
And you say a while ago that it is going to be difficult, of course, to go for the fight against many. But Fission showed us that he could do it there. But in the end, it was still too much to handle. And here we go again. The thing about SVNG, even though they've made a few mistakes here and there, it has been buffered. It has been basically gotten a safety net because of the advantages that they're able to get. Now, though, that is 3v3. Team 2 might be able to go for the punish if ever, but they are running out of rounds here because I believe that this is coming closer and closer to the end of the first half. Version already creeping on forward. It is going to be 3 of them looking to go onto the B side so far. It's going to be 2 of them rather, because that is going to be 1 waiting into the hookah. The defense trying to go for the surprise kill out of nowhere. Vanilla already with a slow orb onto the defense side. Version though, gonna get spotted, able to get into the dictator in time, and Bod, since he didn't get the kill, he gets punished instead, and that's Vanilla getting the takedown. Spike gonna get planted. Team 2 now with the advantage and should have a bit of the angle against the upcoming defensive side.
SBNG, they still have a lockdown. Are they going to be able to use it this point in time? We shall wait and see, but at Batman, we're going to be taking down Vanilla right there with a clean wallbang headshot. Lockdown does go down.
Shots again with Cassie on the high ground. And as you mentioned, that lockdown, a big beacon of hope for the defense. Version though, catching out Batman there. Kita niya kagad yung lockdown dyan. Masisira na yan. May Cassie on the high ground, but that's gonna be Rika getting on the board. 1v1 na gila. Rika makakadalawa, pero ang tanong, aabot ba siya to Spike? She's tried her best, she's tried her luck, but it seems like this Spike is gonna be so very close, but no cigar. Only a second difference there. Rika could have had it, but Team 2 buying enough time in that instance.
0.65 is honestly too close to call right there. A valiant effort from Rika, just not enough. Team 2 still in this. They got a Blade Storm, a Showstopper, Hunter's Fury. They got enough for all rifles and some half armor right there. This is the last round of the first half. They could definitely make this happen and turn the score to an 8-4.
Still doable here for Team 2, and no matter what kind of gap, you can always count them in this fight. But we are seeing here for Team 2, Version not having the best day at the office. Kitang-kita nga natin na ilang beses na siya napitas. Even though he has been exemplary at getting the takedowns for the team, every player is mortal. And you can see fatigue setting on in. Pero mukhang ito na nga ang Hunter's Fury ngayon. Vanilla trying to move on forward. The Nanoswarm's gonna get popped here, and here comes the wall. But a Batman already catching out one. Hunter's Fury gonna be in the play from the defense as well. Vanilla looking all around. Good lineup so far. Catching out the Omen. Pero hindi pa yan enough para makapatay. SBNG just on the other side. Looking to go for the hold if ever. Team 2 in the meantime. Looking for the setup. And Version does get rid of Dubstep there. And here comes Vanilla. Gets a smackdown onto the Killjoy. Rika has gotten a kill. Ramon Vanilla makakadalawa bago siya mahulog sa kamay ni Bods. Showstopper now coming on through. Launch through the teleporter. Doesn't get too much. At biglang 2v2 na dito para sa Team 2. Spike can get retrieved here by Version. Goes over to B site. And it's now clear sight lines for the attacking side so far in this instance. Mabababa muna na nila ang Spike dito sa maybe pahabol na daw ang SPNG.
Really good decision making from Team 2 to rotate onto B side there. They are anticipating someone to come from CT side, but I don't think they have an idea that both of them are going to be on Hookah Version. Going to be on Overwatch right here. See if he's able to take down one, but Vision will be able to take down Bods right there as Reika trades them back. Oh, Reika clutches it out!
Oh, she's done it this time. Her redemption arc from one round to the other. She got the wipeout a while ago, but didn't get the defuse. This time, she's able to get both. And here we go again. Yung nga sinasabi natin, diba? Our female players here really with a step-up game in GGEZ. And Aegis, Amari, and whatever Hive right now. Di ko na alam sino sponsor nila. But by this point, it just is one of the top teams again being represented here by Reika and doing all she can and more. And look at that. Si Reika pa nga ang pinaka least deaths dito sa ating matchup ngayon.
Doesn't matter what we don't know what sponsor they're on right now, but definitely she is a professional player looking to compete. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And taking a look at this one, let's see if things change on to the second half for Team 2 here.
And still for Team 2. This defense is where it really counts. They have given up a lot of rounds though through SBNG, so they will be hurting, that's for sure. The impact done by SBNG so far gonna be pretty obvious in terms of that pace to start things off. A lot of confidence here for SBNG. They only need 4 more rounds to make it a map number 3. But in a case like this, it is going to be Bods right now with the paint shields to try and start things off. Shock Dart to help out as well. Naghahanap lang sila ng konting with the land dito, but that is going to be this stage very helpful here for Team 2 because all of the chip damage can get mitigated by the healing orb if ever. But unfortunately, it's not going to be that one. Oh my god, Raffi and Vanilla just getting takedowns there. Team 2 already getting 2 pickoffs.
Telling you, man, Vanilla is doing it. Vanilla is doing it right here. Sage gameplay right here in the current meta. A team ace to start off the second half.
Oh,
Team
yan
two.
na.
Charges left.
Off to a great
There.
start.
Here we are. Team 2 is back. And not only that, that's a great thing to start things off with. A team ace for many people who don't really see it too often. It really is just all of your team getting 1 kill each. Equal participation para may group kayo. Pero for once, lahat kayo tumulong. Hindi tipong isa magdadala, isa taga-print lang. You know,
So,
it's
sino ka
great.
dun sa group, Daks? Sino ka dun
Oh,
sa...
actually, it really depended. It really depends, in all honesty. Parang may mga times na ako yung taga-print, may mga taga-ems, ako talaga mismo nagsulat ng lahat. It really depends on the subject. And that's what I do kasi. Yun yung trade ko. Tipong, okay, I'm not good at the subject. Can you guys do it? Ako na taga-print. Tapos biglang ako, no, don't worry. I got this completely. You know, if you've seen some of my write-ups before, as it's gonna be Fission and Version getting the takedowns there. Team 2 getting a clean up on the 3 so far. A Batman does get the refrag. Fission right now going for the pistol play. Looking for a target. That's gonna be good there for Dustin, but unfortunately he will fall before he can use that orb. At 2v1, puladong-pulado na ang killjoy ni Batman, and he wants to put this spike down on B side. But back to my story, yun nga yun. If you've ever seen some of my writings, I can easily whip out a 2,000, 3,000 word essay out of nowhere basta I know what I'm talking about. And you know,
I guess
like,
it really depends on the subject matter, especially in college.
yeah, especially when you trust your group naman. Pero syempre, pag hindi ko kilala, I'll be like, I'll do this part. Yun lang yun. Stranger danger, and of course, you have to keep your grades up. But hey, Batman, he's in danger here. He's going around, looking for the angle. This Frenzy might get surprised. And for Team 2, the 2 members left are looking around. The Frenzy, no, gets to jump off. On to 1 more. 3 kills na para kay Batman. And if you ever played any of those Batman games, this is exactly how the Cape Crusader does it. He's a knight in the dark, looking to lurk in the shadows. Vanilla, though, he is just getting stalled out. He will get the kill, but this is gonna be very close. The Sage will eventually make it happen. 2 seconds to spare, but muntik na yon galing kay Batman.
What an expensive round for Team 2. I'm telling you, a Batman just playing out of his mind as of the moment, making the most out of that frenzy. Now they're going to be on a gun advantage here. SBNG, they still have a cushion for error. They're up by 4 points. Team 2, however, they got to make every round count, every kill count, and they got to hold on to their guns because they cannot afford to make any more mistakes here.
It really feels like there is not much room for error, indeed. But Team 2, at the very least, getting the first 2 rounds of this second half. And it seems like the ritual is happening again, Vim. We're getting the numbers now. What do the numbers mean, Vyminal? The numbers right now are so very important for Team 2 for Moses Rabbit. He's already get the 2 pickouts and is canceling out whatever efforts Team 2 has had so far. 5v3 as of the moment. Good open onto the shower. It's going to be a perfect 8 gonna be in order. Version, though, going to get tagged. Has to back on the way before he is going to get turned into mincemeat. And this is going to be Team 2 forced to play on the high ground as SPNG gets the plant on.
Perhaps we were speaking a little bit too soon right there. Version managing to get a pick right there, but gets traded down by Vods. With the gun disparity here, there's very little that Vanilla and Vods and Rafi can do here at this point in time.
Pain Shell still bouncing on around. Dubstep now with a kill onto Vanilla. And the thing about it is you're gonna give a little bit of hope to the Team 2 before it gets snuffed out by SBNG. They found the targets that they needed. They got the guns that were essential for their success. And that was that. The shower take there by Rabbit into the final blows there, especially from Dubstep. Something to watch out for. But this has really been a game that stepped up for a Batman and Rabbit. 16 kills para sa ating Sova. Is that 16 also for the Killjoy, or is it 18? But in any case, sila ang biglang nag-top frag ngayon. Fission also with a step as well as Vanilla. So it's not really the main duelist that we have been expecting so far. They've been doing a good job, sure, between Version and Dubstep, but it has been a team effort here really between these 2 grand finalists.
Just goes to show that pretty much any agent or any player on the team can frag out and pull their weight on the team. And this is exactly the type of action, level of competition we expect here in GGEZ as Rabbit and crew make their way onto a B split. A Batman going to be putting down the lockdown.
So looking on Rando, and suddenly it's Vision catching out Dubstep there. Team 2 with the surprise blow. This Killjoy ultimate though, Bart making its mark. And how many do we get with Jazz hands? It's gonna be Bods though, cleaning up house immediately there. Hunter's Fury though into play. Vanilla gonna get dropped. And for Team 2, it's 2 members left. Just a bum rush here from SBNG to allow them to be happy and merry to push on to B-side. That is enough. 6-round lead na para dito sa SBNG, canceling out the efforts there of Team 2. And they're 2 away from making a map number 3 happen.
Well, what do we have here? Score is 11, and there is a thing called the 11 curse. Let's see if
The 11th
SBNG
hour,
can
man.
break free from it.
SPNG, they do have the momentum right here, right now. They have a great effort from the team, and they have done all they can and more to just win out pretty cleanly. It really feels like here on Bind, they're making a lot less mistakes compared to what we saw on Ascent. Because if we had the things going in favor at SVNG more often than not, that could have been a win there before Team 2 could force out the overtime. So fatigue setting on in, just a bit of the mental there. They're going to be broken on down in Ascent itself. As Version gets a kill, a dubstep of Batman are able to trade it back and give SPNG the advantage. But yeah, speaking of that point, it really goes to show if SPNG can do all the things right, you're gonna really see them, they can impose. But Rafi right now will last stand. A Batman gonna catch him out, and there you go again. A Batman just always doing those kind of kills. Malayuan with the rifle, so efficient with his bullets, leaving the Omen all alone. And for Team 2, they will have to rely on what Mikasi can do. She's played it clutch before though, Vim, and he's creeping on forward from A short, looking for a target, trying to find anyone here. They're running out of time though, immediately sprayed down onto the triple box. Seems like the patience of virtue, double peak might be in order. At a Batman, he does it again. Another
It's
instant.
one taps, man.
Diba? Apparently, a Batman plus Vandal plus long range equals 1 tap for days. And he is just crazy right now with these kind of shots so far.
You gotta make him the face of VPH one tap tournaments, man. This
Oh,
after his performance tonight, he's been doing it all night long. He's been incredibly consistent with his rifle gameplay. Gotta give it to him. This guy is just absolutely on fire right now. SBNG looking poised to close out the game 13-5 right here, unless Team 2 can figure something out and basically make the most out of their economical state. I see an Aris, and that's usually not a good sign.
Yeah, hey, it's all about going for the shots. The Bulldog also not the best thing, but apparently the burst fire will be enough to get the head of Reika there, and goodbyes to the Omen on the attack side. Wala naman siya ng smokes magamit ditong SPNG, but they do have a lot of rounds to give him. 12-5, match point na to para sa ating attackers. At tingin nga natin kung paano papalag dito. They have the Hunter's Fury available. They're looking for a bit of the split push as Dubstep watches over the garden entrance if ever. Nano Swarm right now for a Batman to try and clear it out in the first place. At confirm nila nga dito, walang tao dito sa may hookah kasi may wall sa harapan nila. Vanilla though trying to go for the long range shot, has the resurrection available. Rapido with a kill on the Dubstep, making it a 3v5, and so far so good for the defense here.
Looks like the wall is going to be broken down here. Batman going to be trying to go for those cheeky shots once again. Turret is going to be in place, but Vanilla make the most out of his discount weapon right there. This version takes down Bods as well.
Oh, Rabbit though, he is gonna get caught with the bow and arrow. At kaya nga, di ba, nagkabaril in the first place. They saw that it was just the time of gunpowder in the history books. If you ever watched that amazing, super historical movie, The Last Samurai, by Tom Cruise. But yeah, there was a part, the samurais. Oh, the last
I think
part
I saw
is,
it on DVD.
Okay. So basically, it's just basically parang a Hollywood version of what happened in Japan. And you know, the samurai, they were all in the middle of the guns, and the guns went pew pew pew, and they all just died. So that's just that.
I mean, there's very little you can do if you bring a knife to a gunfight or
and
sword
unless
to a
you're Jet.
gunfight.
Unless you're Jet. But bow and arrow, not really gonna get the kills. Like, yun nga din, diba? You don't do any direct damage with the darts themselves. There is no piercing bolt or whatever. Maybe Riot will add that soon. But look at this. SBNG adding on to the kills that they need. Dubstep is going ham yet again. Here goes Gimkasi, does get one, but Dubstep is still waiting. Nakatatlo na nga si Dubstep dito. And this will just be icing on the cake if he can get the ace right here, right now. He's hungry for the kills. styles. He's going for the shots, but here we go with bots blowing up Vanilla there. It's all up to Raffi, and he has the showstopper, but it seems like that's gonna be a fire whistle from bots, gonna get denied immediately by Raffi, and suddenly the party is on with a rocket fuse into play, but Dubstep just whittling down the opposition, and we are going into a game number 3. SBNG will win it out by 7, and a dominant performance there on Bind.
It's like SBNG have woken up again. They came from a break coming into that first game of the best of 3 series. Maybe they're trying to find their footing or perhaps warm up yet again. But this is definitely a very convincing performance, a far cry from what they displayed during that Ascent performance. But it looks like game number 3 is going to be Haven in just a bit. But again, I'd just like to talk about some heroic plays coming in from Vanilla, especially in that previous game. Definitely showing that each of these players on these both teams are capable of stepping it up and pulling their own weight.
And there really has been a showcase there, but in the end, it was more and more of these different faces getting that recognition. Batman, just the one taps, as you mentioned, the bullet efficiency from this guy. He sees you from afar, he's like, bang, you're dead. That's just it. Finger guns of ban. That is just enough to get that takedown. We also saw Dubstep popping off with that Reyna, but you cannot just count out the whole team there. A number of clutches. Reika trying to do it back to back, getting the kill sure, but getting the defuse in the second one was a good way for Team Sad Boys and Girl. And when you look into it, right, it really just felt like for Sad Boys and Girl, they got off to a hot start and they never let go compared to that map number 1 where they gave it back to Team 2. Just what a round that was and what a rush it has been. Bind, really a familiar map for many, but you can't count out Team 2 as of yet. Kung may one-tap god na si Abat with the Vandal, we saw Vanilla answering back with the Sheriffs as well. So you already know na pwede po pumalag dito on Team 2. And if they're able to exploit the mistakes again of Team Sad Boys and Girl, that might be an opportunity for Team 2 to take the win in any case. Kitang-kita talaga, gritty nature on Team 2. Ang endurance ang pinaka-effective tool nila. But on the other side, Sad Boys and Girl, when they can dominate, then they just dominate like crazy. And that kind of sheer willpower has to be what gives them the strength in the first place. What a rush it has been. And we will be right back for game number 3 in just a bit, guys. Stick around lang kayo dito sa ating GGEZ All-Star Invitational number 2. So hello guys, at ito na ang ating inapabangan na game number 3, Grand Finals time pa rin. 1-1 scoreline between our two teams. And it has been a long day of GGEZ All-Star Invitation action. Daks and Viv gonna be here again. Haven gonna be our map. Team 2 winning out map number 1. Team Sad Boys and Girl winning out map number 2. But here we go at the map number 3. It boils down to this last final clash.
Take a look at their agent picks coming into this next map here. Dubstep once again gonna be on that Rain, a Rabbit on Silva Bods. Perhaps not going the Rays this time. We'll see. Reika though still gonna be on the Omen. Of course, you can expect more of the same coming in here for Team 2. But Fission this time going to be switching to the duelist role once again. We've seen him do some incredible things as a duelist for Team 2. See if we can replicate that success here in the third game of our best of 3 series.
Team Sad Boys and Girl gonna be going for that Killjoy. Seems like it's double duelist, the Sova and the Omen into play. In the meantime, for Team 2, it's all about getting back into the rhythm, and Fission actually gonna be locking in that Phoenix. Any thoughts about this Phoenix pick here, Pim? Those flashes might be essential to try and go for the snowball.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that sentiment. Again, we've seen a lot of success with Breach on a map like Haven, but in the current meta, people tend to prefer having a Phoenix to have that ability to aggress even further while still having those flashes handy. So I really do like this agent composition that we're seeing right here.
Seems like we are going to be getting into the game. Sage still though for Vanilla, double Sentinel, double Duelist, a bit of utility to run and go. And the Omen's going to be into play as well for both sides. Firstly, Dubstep, na-feel na nga niya talaga, puro na lang init hinahabol niya dito. Puro na lang yung mga streaks para sa mga kills. And from that point on, that might be his opportunity to work on it and get takedown after takedown after takedown. Still though, Bod's going to be on the raise. A lot of comfort here for both sides. And you can see here for the side of Sad Boys and Girl, they do just want to run it the same way that they know how and run it the same way that has given them success before.
Again, Team 2 starting on defense. SBNG going to be on the offensive here. Expect to see a lot of proactive defensive strats coming in here from Team 2.
We'll see though as Raffi at the very least gonna be setting up that turret up on top. And when you put that turret here in the middle, it really just goes for the siege into the grass area instead. Puro ng bakbakan habol dito ng Team 2 para sa umpisa. Aggressive defense to start things off. Peeking with the turret though, confirming the people here, and suddenly bloodshed onto the grass area immediately. Dubstep win 1. Fission though gonna be able to get on the board. Bigla lang siya bat makakadalawa dyan. Si Raffi nakapitas rin at biglang matatapos na ang bakbakan dyan. Umpisa pa lang, speed na lang kagad para sa dalawang teams natin. Bad Batman still going strong and still going for those kills.
Really like the idea that Team 2 had there. Again, it makes it really easy to aggress onto mid window. Having that sage, that slow orb, basically gives you a lot of control over there in the mid lane. But again, a Batman just absolutely relentless. His aim is absolutely spot on today, and he's not over with it just yet. As he continues his onslaught over here in the final game of our best of 3 series. Remains to be seen though. Again, match has just started. Round number 2 is underway.
And here we go, the dart being thrown into the garage immediately. Version hiding by the double door so far. And Batman in the meantime putting that turret up. Pero mukhang nakabantay dyan si Vanilla. Team 2 though still unable to get any kills so far. Dubstep in the meantime looking to go for the push. Pero Vanilla malapitan gamit the Sheriff. Version gonna be able to get a kill as well. And suddenly the pistols are apparently baking down their big brothers and getting the kills that they need. Ipit na dito ang SPNG. It's all up to Reika to try and hold. She's the only girl for this team for good reason. And she's trying to go for the take. That's 4 in a row back in Reika. But Rafi will eventually use the blood of his teammates to pave the way for success. Nanalo doon ang Team 2. Pinilit lang talaga nila. And those initial kills there from Vanilla as well as Version really allowing them to take that win.
Just goes to show how close this game is going to be. Despite the SBNG having that huge gun advantage coming into the second round, Team 2 was just able to clutch it out thanks to Herculean efforts from Vanilla. But you can't discount that 4K from Reika. So close to winning the round for her entire team. But again, Rafi just being able to seal the deal.
Tide so turn because of that kind of situation. And right here, right now, Fission gonna be sticking around by a long. Here we go with Version though, getting a kill. Makadalawa nga din sa Version. And Team 2, after just getting the assault on, after getting the takedowns a while ago, they are just feeling absolutely hot, making it a 5v2 slate, fixing it up, and forcing SBNG to stick around by the A Garden side instead.
One enemy
Really good effort coming in from Version as well as Mikasi right here as they look to close out this third round in a very quick manner. Mikasi securing the last kill onto Reika. Again, asserting dominance. They are not wasting any time to do so. Team 2 is looking like they're hell-bent on taking this championship.
Yeah, it's all about, at the very least, for Team 2 getting back that mojo, getting back that confidence after a dominant effort there from SPG on Bind. And with that second round, taking it away from the attacking side, they've gotten a lot of efforts, a lot of momentum in their favor. Pero ito na tang panahon ng SPG para ulitin ang kanilang success. You know when they have the guns, this is when the turnaround can really happen. And this is the biggest test to Team 2 so far.
Version though, going to be having that Blade Storm at his disposal. Bod's going to be trying to contest the mid lane over here.
Still though, Painshell's gonna be there, and Rafi gonna be sticking around down in hell. Nagpamatay muna dyan. Version though, going for the shots immediately, and it's gonna be the bots already going on down. One pick-off fire din sa Team 2, pero ito na si Dubstep, nag-iinit na naman. At ang plano niya talaga, i-open up tong A-side ito para sa taking ng SBNG. Batman, tingin sa likod. Bigla lang si Rabbit, i-plant dito ang spike. Si Vanilla naman nasa may connector. At mukhang plano dito ng ating stage, mangintay nung sino man lalapit dyan. All about reinforcements though onto A-Link so far. Konting backstab friend galing sa ating Jet. At ito na kagad ang running back. Version though with a kill onto a Batman. Seems like for Team 2, they want to commit that second life to try and go for the push. Vanilla gonna be there to try and help one out, but that is gonna be Mikasi going on down. Dubstep on the board. Rabbit there again. Fishing right now. Gonna be getting 2 so far. Pero si Dubstep nakatatlo. Si Reika nakahold. At ayan ang SBNG. Mukhang sila magawagi dyan to tie it all up. A great survival for Reika to win that one out for the attack.
Reika, time and time again, have been doing it for her team. She came in very close to clutching it out on the second round, but again, she is successful in doing so for this fourth one. Let's see where the momentum swings coming into this fifth round over here.
We are not done with this fight whatsoever. Kitang-kita talaga, both of these teams know what's on the line. 25k right here, right now, para sa matchup na ito, para sa GGEZ All-Star Invitational number 2. And Dubstep, wala siyang pakayag na kahit nasusunog siya. Papatayin niya yung isa, use the dismiss to get on out safely. And suddenly, it's 4v2. The kills here, Vim, are just going by in a flash, in a snap. Suddenly, it's just numbers in favor of SPNG again. Yeah, and Mr. Vim having a bit of those mic issues right now. But still, we got Mikasi looking on around yet again for an opportunity. Play Storm available dito para sa Team 2 though. Tingnan natin kung paano papalag mga ultimates ngayon ng ating defense. And SBNG scattering on around. There's a bit of a fire though. Rabbit can be able to get the kill onto one. Mikasi though answering back. SBNG though moving over to that seaside. At mukhang gusto ko tanuhin dito ni Reika. Mahuli kagad si Mikasi mid-transition. Over to ceiling she will go. Might be contest onto the corner. There's the face-off and Reika will do it. SBNG gonna be able to take the lead back away from Team 2.
Really like what I'm seeing here from Reika. Definitely stepping up to the plate and performing way more consistently coming into these recent matches for her team. Hunter's Fury and Lockdown at the disposal of SBNG.
Right here.
They might be able to use it this time to secure a much more comfortable momentum to their favor. But of course, Team 2 not back down. We saw them have an incredible comeback on the same map featuring similar agent composition earlier on the night. Wouldn't be surprised if they show that very strong defensive effort in this one.
Yeah, version though with Bladestorm at mukhang ito na nga ang plano ng Team 2. Tambay-tambay lang doon sa mga sulok dito sa may A side. Go for the crossfire if ever. And basically make a line that SBNG cannot cross. But you can see here for the attacker side, na feel talaga yung tempo dito. Gustong-gusto na ituloy talaga itong speed ng lalaro na ngayon. At ma-overrun lang talaga ang Team 2 dito sa bakbakan neto. Pero mukhang ito na nga ang lockdown ilalabas na ng SBNG. Si Bods makapitas alongside si Dubstep, si Rafi. Nasa likod nang biglang matamaan yung ulo dyan. First inversion, linabas na nga yung Bladestorm Ren. Team 2 getting some pick-offs. Rafi though gonna get caught up with the Jazz Hands. At kitang-kita yung knockdown tatama dyan. Bladestorm though doesn't connect onto a Batman. And there you go again, Bim. Palagi na lang pagpalayuan para kay Batman. It's Rafi all alone. He looks for a last stand. He has 2 bullets in the chamber. 1 for 1 target. 1 for himself perhaps. But no, he goes for the reload instead. And he tries to go at it again. Nano Swarm though to get the burn. Doesn't get much. At ito na ang chase down ni Batman para pitasin ang huli. SBNG now up by 2. And just unrelenting force here from the attack.
Of course, you can count on a Batman to be on this relentless onslaught right here. SBNG up by 2 now. Still very early in the game. Not an insurmountable lead by any means. But Team 2, again, version this time on the operator could be a huge game changer for them and their team. They have been struggling up until this point. So let's see if version can turn the tide.
Version at the very least, he has taken that top frag spot yet again, and he is going to be whipping out the operator here. Now time to go for the shot. Dubstep gonna be going on down. Second one on the list, at parang na lang dominoes na nahuhulog-hulog dito para kay Version. The lineups are on point, and there we go with the smoke to just try and stop the bleeding. But Team 2 already getting the pickouts that they need, and SBNG gonna struggle to choose where to go because yung defense handang-handa, naka-set up gamit ng dalawang sentinels nila, at lahat na lang nababantayan nila ngayon.
They still have the smokes from on the side of SPNG to still make this 3v5 work if they're able to smoke off the right angles and win their duels. This could prevent Version from getting picked one by one here.
Yeah, Vanilla though, in the middle. We've seen him play close before, and he can really go for the taps if ever. Ice Wall breaking on down the barrier orb, gonna get shattered there. And now it's gonna be a brawl into the cubby, and Vanilla will be able to get the scoop on and catch out Abat there. Rabbit though in the meantime with the answer back onto the Killjoy for Mikasi holding the line. It's up to Reika to play the clutch. That's gonna be a takedown onto Mikasi there. At mo naghahunting muna dito si Reika. Rez though for Vanilla bringing Rafi back to the fight. And there we go with the ball. Reika still surviving, but that doesn't mean too much to handle. Yung wallbang talaga. Mapatataran yung bala dun sa ating Omen. And that's just such a low HP state there for Reika to try and survive. But look at her step-up gain. 9 kills na para kay Reika. Top fragging here for the attacking side.
Right. Very unfortunate that she's left during those clutch moments right there for her team. But again, she is trying her best, and she has been doing an incredible job so far. Just that, of course, Vanilla doing everything he can as well to secure that round for his team. Even popping off that res just to make sure.
This resurrection, para na lang, keep it safe. And the thing about those resurrections, it's Vanilla very, very secure about getting the ultimate in the first place. Sabi niya, sige nga, let's just be having this round for free. let's make sure that we are secure to get the win if ever, because this is such a tightly contested matchup. And with Dubstep doing things like that, you already know that you have to really deal with a strong force on the other side. Fission though, with the blaze. Here comes Dubstep, catching out Fission mid-reload. At ang timing talaga dito para sa SBNG, but version close enough to bots there. Operator in hand.
God, version.
Shot onto a bat, and version destroying the killjoy right in front of our eyes. But it's 3v1 right now. Can version go for the hold, because SBNG still gonna have the manpower and still gonna have the guts to go for the hunt.
Swear, version makes this game look like Call of Duty sometimes. It's just incredibly surprising how he can hit those. But apparently he does. SBNG though. Looks like he's gonna be up 5-3 now. Of course, version gonna be holding on to that off, and he's gonna be saving that.
Dude, that animation cancel, just basically back on the way. It's all about efficiency, but unfortunately, Rabbit will catch out version there in the end.
That's a yikes, bro.
Oops, that's a yikes, bro. That's exactly what you gotta say. Sayang na lang yung operator talaga. It just feels like it just gets thrown on away. Yung efforts ni version to go down in flames, but it will not be unnoticed, that's for sure. 11 kills para kay version. He's been doing an incredible job so far for Team 2. And this is what Team 2 relied on in game number 1 to bail them out. We're seeing it again for version. If he can't keep this up, then it might be a good sign here para sa ating defense ngayon.
Like no gun spiring just yet. Again, very close match we have so far. We have Vanilla throwing slow orb on mid window again, trying to secure control of that mid lane. Again, it makes it very easy to contest that mid window, having a Sage guarding B site.
Yeah. Cassie though, at the very least, gonna be looking to rotate yet again. Version in the meantime on the high ground, but Cassie though actually catching out that bat. And now for Team 2, it's still a full force looking to hold on. Waldo gonna be set on up. Here we go with Vanilla getting that takedown onto one. Bots in the meantime does get a refrag along the way. And here comes Fission with the answer. Version gonna be able to get on the board as well. 4v1 as of the moment. At mukhang ito na yung blaze na ilalabas. Reika though trying to hold on for dear life, but it's not gonna pan out para sa SPNG. Team 2 just having numbers and in position para sa retake na yun. Yung powerhouse talaga nung speed nila to combine with whatever utility they have in the first place really is such a dominant force to behold.
Lockdown in Rafi's disposal here as Hunter's Fury for Rabbit. Let's see if either of them could be able to capitalize on those ultimate abilities. We are at the second to last round of the first half, and so far it's been a seesaw battle, indicative in being reflected by that scoreline here. Very standard play coming from Vanilla. Barrier on the mid lane as well.
Exactly. And here for the barrier orb in the middle, it does at least reinforce and confirm if someone is playing in the mid area in the first place. But as of yet, Rabbit right now with the Hunter's Fury, you can really see that for our players, they do want to get through these games quickly because it has been a long haul for them. We started at 2 o'clock. It's already 10. We have been live for quite a while. We have been live for a while, and these players have been giving their all for such a long haul part. This is 25k, but suddenly that Dark can be bouncing on around. Version though, at the very least, cleaning up house here on C-side. Spike gonna get dropped as well. Kitang-kita na ngayon ng Team 2 kung saan yung objective, and it's up to them if they want to reinforce that, if they want to hold the lines, because at the very least, they're gonna have the angles in the first place. But Reika sees the tracer rounds on the other side. Kahit nasa smoke ka, pwede pa rin makita kung saan nanggaling yung bala, kung Vandal lang hawak-hawak mo. At Team 2, at least, still having the advantage, but SBNG looking to retrieve that, but they have to be careful because Version is on the prowl and on the watch.
It's like he might be able to get a pick off C long right here. There's 2 of them picking him at the same time. He's left with 74 HP. Looks like they are going to be backing away, slowly rotating as the Batman takes down Fission. Spike is making their way onto A main.
SPNG going all the way to A site, and Reika in the meantime looking to clear it out if ever. 12 seconds left lang kinakailangan ngayon ng SNG para malagay yung spike na yan. And Team 2 in the meantime already rotating in kind. But that lockdown, gonna be another stall here for Batman. Kasi gamitin talaga tong bat lockdown, if you wanna call it that way, para na lang makagawa ng dome, para na lang makastall muna dito. Mukhang wala muna madedetain at Team 2 at the very least. looking to go for the push if ever. Connector might be the place to be. Seems like they're gonna be throwing out a bit of the Omen utility there. A Batman gonna get smoked out alongside the turret, pero si Pods pa rin nakabantay. Mikasi going on down. Kitang-kita na ng SPG ang lahat. At kung si Vanilla ang maglo-lone survivor dyan, but Pods with the shutdown. Great play there by SBNG to move over the A site and take the win from there.
Very convincing, really good rotation from SBNG right there. It was looking like another day in the office for Version, but the tables have turned, at least in that round. Let's see if they can continue on, as Team 2 will be forced to go on a broken bye here.
And it just feels like that in this game, it might be SBNG looking to run away with it in the last few rounds. Team 2, they have to put in the effort to try and make this at the very least 5-7 in the end. 6-6, it would be even better if ever. Kasi kitang talaga natin para sa Team 2, pag dikit ng labanan, dun sila pumapalag. Nasabi nga natin, diba, dun sila nakaka-flex pag dikit na dikit ang bakbakan, pag umabot na something like overtime or something close to that in the first place. But for now, it's 4v4. Team 2, at the very least, getting a pick-off onto the Omen. And this might be Cassie's not to shine. Rapido catching out Rabbit there. SBNG will be losing members here as Team 2 has invested a bit on some guns.
Sage right there, heal going on to Rafi after a really good pick on to C Long here, making this a 4v2 with the forced lockdown in the hands of Rafi as well. Team 2 looking like they can make this 5-6 scoreline. Batman gonna take that Vanilla, but Fission quickly trading him out though.
And I love this from Team 2. They just force-bought their way to victory by this point, and they have gotten the kills that they need. Hindi mo kailangan ng armor beam kung one-shot mo naman yung kalaban in the first place. At kitang-kita talaga the gamble here for Team 2 paying off so far. But we're not done yet. Bots is still alive, going for the dance of death. Unfortunately, si Rafi manggagaling sa double doors. At sayang na lang para kay Bots yan. But Team 2 will be able to creep on closer and closer. And are we gonna get another close matchup here, Vim? Wala bang tigil itong mga players natin ngayon.
Looks like this again, no holds barred for both of our teams. This is absolutely incredible gameplay that we're seeing here in GGEZ Wave number 2. Of course, 25,000 pesos on the line. This is what we've come to expect from these top tier pro players, as well as top personalities, as well as both veterans.
Alam mo, you call it GGEZ, Bim, but these games have been so far away from easy, diba? Walang ganun eh. Parang GG, well played, GG, matagal-tagal ang bakbakan. Pero GG para kay Version kasi makakatalawa nga siya dyan. Siya magsabi, goodbye na lang sa tatlo muna ngayon. The line of step for Version, but it's now gonna be 4v2 as Vanilla gets the resurrection on the Fission. This is gonna be the Phoenix abused as bait, and Vanilla will say, thank you very much for your blood sacrifice, because we are gonna tie it up here. 6-6, Bim, going into the second half. Wala talagang tigil mga players natin ngayon.
Take a look at that scoreline. It's just basically a seesaw in effect right there. Version though, 18 frags on the board. Absolutely ridiculous performance. Definitely trying his best for his team right there. Fun fact for viewers watching, I do believe Daks that clearly none of these games have been easy. They've been extremely sweaty. I believe all the games we had here tonight. So we were actually supposed to call this event VPH Endgame. But
are we gonna get screwed by Disney? Or really? Akala ko are we gonna get screwed by Disney or something? Sabi lang, oy, bawal yan na.
The words Endgame.
Okay, bawal pala yun. But yeah, Reika and at the very least, holding on with the platform there. Vision will go down, Hot Hands doesn't get connection, and Version does catch out Rika along the way, but Bods now with the boom bots, and then, oh my god, the battle on the slow! It's like walking on thin ice. Apparently, Bods is able to crack down the face of Version there. 4v2, Mikasi though on the board. There's the leader right now to get in the way, at ang plano dito dubstep para makapop up, but Mikasi is the one doing it, and that turret is just so very annoying, getting the bullets on. Rafi though in the meantime watching out on that box. Bods though with 3 so far. Here we go with a brawl. Makakaapat si Bods dito para sa SVNG, and we are back to the ball game, and we are back with the defense now getting the advantage.
This guy knows what's up, man. Right click on that classic. Chef's kiss.
Malinis, masarap, at maigi talaga ang pamamaril dyan. But remembering the tune, did you have a small request kanina?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? Just you want to hype it up.
I bet the people in the
No,
audience
they're
right now
probably
are wondering like,
why? What the hell is he talking about? You know, talk about the game,
Okay,
guys. But
I was talking about-
entertain us.
I was wanting to play the Rude Sandstorm during the intermission, but unfortunately, due to copyright reasons, we cannot break the law.
Oh,
So-
cut the bod. Ganun yun guys. Okay, so let's go back into the game though. Kasi, you know, in all honesty, if we miss one round, it feels like it's such a big part that we miss in this battle. And Batman, he don't miss. He got two. He just strafing on around. He says left, right. Hut 2 T4. The march is on. And here for Team 2 at the very least, they're going for the martial play for Rafi. But the question is, does it get the connection? Parang pinipinit talaga ng Team 2 ngayon para pumulag dito sa bakbakan nito, dito sa round nito. Vanilla with the Sheriff. Mikasa in the meantime, classic only. But these taps have to be essential here. These taps have to be on for Team 2 because that's what bailed them out a while ago in the first half. But it's not looking as clear-cut here into the second one.
It's looking very grim here for Mr. Vanilla with 34 points of health. The rest of his team doesn't really have armor either. Oh my god! Vanilla, what the?
He's doing it again, Vim, and now he turns around, but the Bucky is too much to handle. 2 HP in a Dreamfire kay Rafi. He's able to slowly but surely
30
break
seconds
down
left.
Dubstep there, but will it be enough? Yes, it is. A Batman, he don't miss nga, diba? He just sprays it down, he gets that takedown. He has gotten 3 in that round, and SBNG getting a clean 2-0 to start things off in the second half.
Incredible shot right there from Vanilla. Perhaps a glimmer of hope, but definitely not enough. Dubstep was on that Bucky. Let me tell you, this miss combined with that Bucky right click is just the most annoying thing on planet Earth, and I hate going up against it.
You know, that's what the arena is all about. Juking you out, forcing you to chase her down. And then suddenly, if one of your teammates die, oi, why does she have health back? That's not good. Ain't it fun. Ain't it fun. But here we go with Team 2. Gonna be looking to put up a fight coming into this round. They are finally gonna have the guns that they need to go for a potential third round turnaround. Reika gonna be in the corner though. And at the very least, SBNG anticipating the push here. Hot hand still into play. Bigla on dash into the smoke. Reika predicting that one version gonna go down. Fishing though with the refrag. But Bonds is there to answer back. Advantage here for SBNG so far. Mukhang si Bonds gusto niya ng escape plan if ever. But breaks down Vanilla first. Hopping onto the long stair. Bonds gonna be able to get 3. At kitang-kita talaga. Yumayaman lang dito si Bonds dito. Pero si Mikasi pa rin ang magwawagi. 1v2 for now. The Omen at the very least trying to survive. But that is just gonna be a good tag there from the Sova. And Dubstep will wrap it up. Ain't it nice here for SBNG? They're up by 3 after getting 3 rounds in a row in the second half.
Just in case you guys didn't get the reference, the score is 6-9.
Oh my god.
Gotta put it out there.
Oh no.
Put it out there.
You're showing me. You're showing me. You're exposing us, Vim. But man, SBNG up by 3. And they've just taken full control of this game, haven't they?
Absolutely. Just, again, the concerted efforts from Dubstep
There.
and, of course, Bod stepping it up as well. Showing, I mean,
Okay.
during that previous round, he just held the side all on his own
Alarm out.
long enough for the rest of his team to rotate. And then Mikasi was caught like a deer in the headlights over there, over at default. But now, it's like he's making his way onto mid to try and defend it here.
Still though, here we go right here, right now. Seems like Abat will be catching out version along the way, fishing, looking for a target or two. And Bod's at the very least, and a Batman getting the takedowns in the first place. Mikasi though, catching out Reika. At mo, ito na nga si Rafi pa rin nag-last stand dito. SBNG still cleaning up house. And this defense just going on and gone to get more and more of these rounds.
You know, after this tournament, I'm gonna straight up ask Abad, you know, what's your sense and what's your mouse? Because let me tell you, I'm just a believer right now. His aim is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so good right there. And it really just seems like here for the side of SBNG, this is the point where they can run away with it and more. SBNG, the momentum heavily in their favor. This defense right now doing wonders, and Bods, an incredible step up coming into this half. He's been on point all day, and he's really dueled with the best and have won against some of them. So it really goes to show na dito talaga sa GGEZ, baka nga, may mga diamonds in the rough, may mga shining stars waiting to really shine at the pro scene. But here we go with SPNG right now, defending yet again, looking to hold on against Team 2.
It's like Batman right here in the mid lane, going to be trying to fend off the attackers, but Spike is going to be retaining through C long. Blood's popping that showstopper. Will he find a target? It doesn't connect though. However, it does cancel out the run it back.
Enemy killed.
Lockdown though, and oh, that's gonna be Team 2 finally making the openings here. 5v3 scenario, and that lockdown can get broken on down as that's more map control taken by Team 2 so far. Rafi though, putting that turret down, but look at be able to break down the turret there up top. And as of yet, it is gonna be Vanilla looking around for a target, but Abat at the very least catching one out. 3v2 right here, right now. Seems like the push coming on through here. Abat though, breaking down that turret for now. And as of yet, it is gonna be Team 2 looking for targets. They catch out the Killjoy there, and they catch out the Sova. Fission just reacting, getting the takedowns, and now it is Team 2 getting on the board.
Goes to show that Team 2 cannot be counted out just yet, as they are not by any means giving up at this point in time. SBNG though still have a very non-insurmountable target. Means that they're working no guns right at one time. Both teams are very similar in counter skills. So here, Team 2 can use the lockdown tries not to come back.
It's just all about making sure that here for Team 2, they're gonna have a bit of the vantage point again. Herbal gonna be into play. McCassie just spraying it down, trying to see if anyone's gonna be daring to peek in the first place. Still for Team SBNG. At the very least, they're going to go for more shock dart right now. Bouncing there for Rabbit. No one saw that happening, Rabbit. But Team 2, at the very least, looking to play it still. Doesn't want to overcommit if ever. Doesn't want to lose members out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely not the time of the match wherein you want to make those little mistakes. You definitely want to play it smart. You want to play long game here. Bod's going to be trying to throw off that Hail Mary
Here.
over there outside garage version, though. And trying to take a forward position to maybe open up B side here. Bod's again doing it for his team, taking down McCassie, securing the man advantage for SPNG.
And still for Vanilla. Going for the shots there, indeed. Breaking down the boombots so far. Fission gonna be able to get rid of Dubstep in the first place. And Rabbit at the very least through the blaze. But Rafi is there to wait it out. Team 2 as of yet getting more and more of the advantage. But as I say, that si Abat mahuli niya si Versa dyan. And this is to be the Killjoy looking around for an opportunity again. Fission though planting this spike down. There we go with the break. Stover though perfectly bounced here by Team 2. At mukhang alam talaga ni Vanilla paano mag-line up ngayon. He has to back on the way though. SBNG right now looking to deal with the run back as well. And it's even gonna be a lockdown commitment. Lahat na talaga linabas dito ng Team 2. Vanilla though seeing the shoulder there of a Batman gets the takedown off the Killjoy. Fission on the board as well. At lahat na lang talaga linabas ng Team 2 para na ma-secure ng round na to. No detain though. It's all up to Reika now. But Rafi will catch her out. And this is Team 2 making it a 2-round gap instead.
Things are getting much closer than we expected it to be. We actually thought that SBNG would start to run away with this game. But Team 2 again fighting back, showing that they're still in this.
Bit unfortunate though, but we are gonna be getting back at it again. Para sa Team 2. They found their rhythm and they found their timings. And it really just goes to show na pag kinomit nila lahat doon, dapat sinesecure nila around from that. But in any case, Resurrection, Bladestar, both available here for Team 2. SPNG in the meantime ready with Dubstep on that Empress. But he doesn't pop it yet. He said he pops a Fission down. Rafi in the meantime though with a kill on the bots. And now it's time for the Empress mode to be enabled. Tingnan natin ang mapapalag dito ni Dubstep. Vanilla with the Resurrection on the Fission. Backs on the way, doesn't want to get shot through the window so far. And with Version actually catching out Reika, big advantage here for Team 2. It's SPNG walking into the targets, walking into the opposition. Batman though in behind sees the body of the Phoenix, goes for the creep up, gets the headshot there, but McCassie answers back, and Team 2 now 1 away from getting that side score.
And do you believe that was a light buy round for the side of SPNG? So they should have sufficient funds right now to equalize the gun disparity. But here, Team 2 showing they have what it takes to be able to take the championship away from SPNG. We thought it was actually going to be a one-sided affair coming into the second half, but we were wrong. Team 2 still have that Blaze Storm, still have that Omen TP, can do something cheeky with that.
Still though, here for Team 2, at the very least, the plan of action has to be them getting this round. They're hungry for the win. They're hungry for a chance to make it all tied up. And as of yet, it's gonna be Reika throwing out the smokes if ever. Can SPNG though, looking around for another target. Team 2 as of yet, still playing it slow and steady. And with this change of pace, they've been able to get the punishes on, and it's been a good reaction here for Team 2 so far. Infiltration also gonna be helpful kasi mukhang si Version makapasok na dun sa may A site as Vanilla creeps on forward, finds a target, and catches out Rabbit along the way.
Huge pick from Vanilla right there. And Version gonna be following up with a pick onto a Batman. Vanilla quick barrier orb to close off the defense connector as he plants Spike out in the open.
Spike planted.
At the very least, Reika watching out here on B side. Spike gonna get planted for now. Vanilla here though, wanting to throw that slow over onto the high ground. And for Team 2, it's another good A-tick into play. They've really clawed their way back, haven't they? At ito talaga yun eh. Na-punish na naman nila ang SBNG. They found a way to play patiently. They found a way to get the shutdowns and really just pop off in the first place. And opportunities being taken by them. The infiltration diversion all the way to A side as Rafi also gets rid of the raise. Reika though with the answer. Kita pa rin natin na nakaset up na dito on Team 2. They're hungry to tie it up. They're hungry for that 25k as well. And this is going to be boiling down to the last few rounds, isn't it? Gonna be Vim.
Absolutely. I think I can't really pinpoint the reason for the comeback other than Team 2 just really stepping it up. But SPNG perhaps making those tiny little mistakes that we noticed earlier on in the series, perhaps getting a bit too excited over that 25k prize pool.
Team 2 now just showing up here. 4 rounds in a row after the 4-round streak a while ago from SBNJ. And with
It's a
Version
conspiracy.
doing an incredible job. 24 kills para sa kanya. A lot of assists for Fission and Vanilla. You can say on the other side, Rabbit and Dubstep actually getting assists there as well. But in all honesty, Team 2 able to get a bit of a shutdown after Dubstep helping them out to try and control SBNG. Reika though starts things off strong, gets rid of Mikasi there. This will really boil down to whoever can actually get the advantage in these few rounds, or will we see overtime? Options for both sides. And Team 2 right now, getting rid of Reika, gonna help on that. Wala nang smokes here for either side. It's all about them going out in the open, and all about decisions to be made here by Team 2 and SPNG. It's still though gonna be Bots backing on the way, doesn't want to get shot up, but here we go with the running back, and Fission is on the hunt and on the prowl to find a target.
See if Fission can find a pick onto this one, but run it back. Time expires. Vanilla can be trying to secure Garage as a Batman is going to be lurking on the mid lane here. They're taking their sweet time. Still 50 seconds left on the clock, but it looks like they're going to be committing onto C-side here for the side of Team 2.
Team 2. It's time for them to decide. They're running out of time, but they have made chances happen out of nowhere. They were on the back foot, and suddenly it is now them having the momentum. But Bods, he refuses to lose. He has 3 HP, but the headshot is all he needs. Vanilla though able to avoid the bullets there. Does it now with a kill on the Raffi, and on the C-side, Team 2 goes. Hunter's Fury though needs to be avoided. Big stall being done by SPNG. Rabbit tried to line it up, doesn't get any targets though to go down. But in this case, this is going to be helpful with the darts if ever. Waldo getting broken. Spike now gonna get planted, and here comes the lockdown. SPNG also wanting to commit so far, but this is gonna be a very interesting defensive hold by SPNG. Fission though with the takedown. Dubstep gonna be able to get the refrag on. Vanilla backing on that, goes all the way to C-Long by the cubby so far, and he's waiting at that. But SPNG, they have an idea of what's to come. Vanilla having to go for the 1v2, and there's the headshot out the Batman. It's a duel to the death. Dubstep will do it there. 3 in a row para sa ating Reyna, but I was as close as can be to still keep SPNG in the lead.
Earlier 1 bullet away from securing that victory and securing that lead for his team. Perhaps if he would have tapped that instead of held down the spray, that was just so close. Very well played from either side.
Just what we're seeing here has been a titanic effort from both sides. But we all know what happened to Titanic. Eventually, the ship sunk. And one of these 2 dreams gonna get sunk here. Will it be Team 2 falling flat? Or will it be SBNG choking it all away? What's the plan here for Team 2 though? rifles abound. There's a lot of money for Team 2 because of that buffer. SBNG still gonna be on the back foot in terms of the economy, but not in the numbers because Dubstep, he clutched it out a while ago. He got 3 kills, and now he's on the hunt to go for takedown after takedown. Naghahabol siya pa makapitas dito pa. At kitang-kita natin, kung mag-init si Dubstep, that is gonna be a big warning sign for Team 2.
Version, though, once again on his operator. Let's see if he can make an impact here. Perhaps rally his team behind him. Again, sitting atop the scoreboard, doing incredible work for his team. But will it be enough to take the lead away from SBNG? As he pops that Blade Storm, will make an entry onto his side.
My
Rafi gonna be
God.
getting that opening kill onto a Batman.
He was looking up and he flicked down. The reaction there from Rafi, absolutely crazy. And now Version seeing through the veil and just gets a bit of those pixels to work out for him. Good takedown onto Dubstep. Kerbal now connecting from Fission, but it's still going to be Bod able to survive. In any case though, Version doing it again. Bots will go down. Now it's all up to the Omen of Reika. And this is the wise decision that you can make. You need to go for the save because if Team 2 is able to snowball out of control, they can actually get the match point next round, and it really has turned into a wish being granted for us. We wished for an incredible grand finals. We wished for an incredible GGEZ All-Star number 2, and it has been game after game, round after round, intense action from both sides.
Absolutely. Again, it started off from the memes and the laughter, but then quickly it all became serious and everyone was starting to play with Reika here. Get that exit frag onto Rafi. Team 2 now. Again, take a look at that scoreline. They were down so many points earlier on in the second half. Pero bumawi sila dito. And now they're looking like they're in the best spot to take this championship away from SPNG.
Exactly, because this is going to be a little too desperate here for the side of SPNG. They're going for the buys now rather than later. They want to be on match point first and steal this round away. It's a big risk though because Dubstep has no armor. He has to rely on getting a headshot and he will go for the Empress to start things off. That's going to be the pain shizzle perfectly thrown at Version here by SBNG. The operator going to be a big bane to the defense so far. Turret going to be placed here on the left side. Rabbit though watching on over, and here comes Team 2. They're expecting a little resistance coming into this round, but they still need to be careful. Hot hands perfectly placed. Batman gonna get burned, but Rabbit surprises with the guns here. 2 in a row back by Rabbit, but it's good shutdown there by Vanilla onto Bots. No showstopper gameplay there. Emperor still available here for SPNG, and in behind someone is waiting. That's Dubstep hungry for some kills.
Definitely a huge hurdle to deal with there as
Last
he
player standing.
teleports onto a long.
Still though, it does feel like that this game gonna be going out in favor of the defense. SBNG just wrapping that one up, and a bit of the flank gameplay going a long way. It's match point time. 20 kills here for Dubstep, and waking on up. You've unleashed the beast. You've really released these restraints, and Dubstep is going ham again.
At the game NBA Live Daks, wherein those players, like each of those NBA players, have that clutch factor stat.
Oh yeah.
So
Like-
I'm thinking at this point in time, both these teams have that huge clutch factor going for them.
That's so
Parang
true.
lumalakas sila pag patapos na yung laban.
Yeah, star power indeed, and Version already getting rid of Dubstep as Reika gets rid of Version in response. Hard carries for both sides already gone, and now the team effort has to go in favor of one of these two squads. Tingnan natin sino maka-step up dito, at ang step up ni Vanilla ay sabi niya, Version, come back, we need you. Go for the resurrection. Keep this fight alive. 5v4 advantage here for the side of the attack. At yun talaga yung Sage nakakatulong dahil doon sa res. You've neutered the kids pretty much all throughout the Sage, but the resurrection is still one extra life for a player. Rabbit playing into the middle though. Ito na si Fission. Pasok muna sa may damuhan. Naghahanap kung sino mahuli niya. Seems like noise being made, and the lockdown is there, but the bait and switch. Fission was waiting for Rabbit, and he got the takedown. This Dome Tomb gonna be in the way. Spike now being planted, and a big risk here to set up on B side, but it seems like link control is all that the attack is looking for, and Version now with a catch on the Reika, Batman as well as Bods. They have to try and play from the sides to get the win. There you go again with the task from Batman. Kitang-kita talaga yung efficiency niya with that Vandal, but it is gonna be a brawl there. Version now with 3. It's all up to Abat now to try and win it out. TP play right here, right now to come on closer. Mikasi goes for the fight there, And here we go again, Vyminal. Overtime na naman to try and finish this game.
Switching sides.
It's a really
Overtime.
incredible level of competition here. Team 2 versus SPNG. Talagang hindi sila magpapatalo. Again, we got a winner takes all. 25k on the line. Of course, can't expect either of them to back down, rather. As Vanilla going to be once again on the defense duty on the mid lane here. Team 2. Let's see if they can perhaps learn from their defensive mistakes earlier on. Just according to JS, SPNG is going to be on the offensive.
Yeah, SBNG gonna be at the very least looking to make this one happen. They're gonna be attacking first.
Your favorite gun, Daks.
Oh, is that really the Odin here for Raffi? Finally time to go for the spray down. And when you actually play the Odin here, you can go for it into the double doors from the garage. Or at the same time, if you play it into A-Link, pwede mo tadtaran talaga yung short ramps in the first place. But here we go. Now with SPNG, playing it slow and steady. Na-realize talaga mga players natin na kumahanap ng sipalang petas, di pwede sila makapatay dyan. Abat though, setting up the alarm bot there. Seems like the plan of action here. Just throw down smokes and looked for a bit of the faking on the C side. We'll see though if Team 2 will fall for it. The wall can get broken. And really SPNG trying to psych out the opponent so far.
No trades happening so far. It's still a minute left on the clock. Both teams
Take flight.
in it to win it, and they are playing it at a very slow pace. Yeah, no need to rush.
And there we go. McCassie, at the very least, going to be in behind the box so far. In the meantime, though, it is going to be a high time for the side of Team 2 to look to defend, to look to hold, and try their best to answer back against SPNG. Decisions, though, have to be made. SPNG running out
30
of time.
seconds left.
And Bots at the very least, gonna be working together with Batman. Pero rinig na natin bigla yung tad-tad ng bala dahil sa Odin. Ito na si Raffi, makakapatas na isa. We still see more of that splitting down fire. And the suppress is just so strong here for Team 2. Hot Dance gonna be there. Fission gonna be hiding down below. Runs out of bullets though, making it a 2v2. SPNG though, they have to execute quickly. Version
10
right now
seconds
going for the
left.
flank as well.
One
And
enemy
here we go in
remaining.
Version catching out Bots. It's all up to the Omen of Reka. Shen, she play it clutch. It's the high ground being taken there. There's too much to handle. There's no one to take down. And Team 2 will use their angles to win at that defense.
SPG
Switching
had a really good
sides.
idea of
Match
giving
point.
very little information throughout the entire round and then bursting onto site. But Team 2 was just very quick to respond. And of course, you got to give it to Raffi on that Odin, spraying down from the heavens, death from above, just working out to his favor. Now let's see if Team 2 can close out this round. Now they're going to be on the offensive.
Calling my bot.
Time is nigh
Out of
for
charges.
adjustments here.
And this really feels like it has to be SPNG picking up and understanding how this one works. Or Team 2 will be able to outgrid their opponent again. Kitang-kita talaga yung tiyaga dito ng Team 2. Ang pinakamalakas na power nila sa matchup na ito. Pag umaabot na ng close game talaga, nahanap nila yung mga, yun na ba? Nahanap talaga nila yung mga mistakes dito ng SPNG. But when we see SPNG dominate, then they can run away with it. Vision though, hot hands right now. Throwing over that molly.
Kulit na mga molly din.
The burn there. He knows the angles, and that's really the big deal there. Vision though, curveball time, looking for a target. There we go with the dash on in. Bigla lang magpapakita si Rick at si Boz. Ang Team 2, mga loose to, pero kasi Vision makakatalawa. Si McCassie rin, clutch dito. And they just need to get 2 more. Boz though, still surviving so far. Raffi backing on that. And right now, the countdown to destruction is upon us. Can we see the Killjoy played clutch though? Showstopper available here for Boz. And this raise has really gone above and beyond. You've been fighting against the pros, and you are not only stepping up with them, you are stepping on them from time to time. Raffi, though, creeping on closer and closer. Showstopper doesn't get much. 1v1! At ito na tayo sa bakbakan natin. Sabi ni Raffi, sige nga, let's try to go for the A side. Bod's on the hunt, going for the chase. And the question is, where will they end up fighting here, Vim?
The mind games looks like Raffi is going to be heading over to A side. He's going to be making a beeline for it. The turret is going to be going down over there on top of the
10
double
seconds
box.
left.
Planning on to default with 8 seconds left on the clock.
Placing swamp
PNG,
grenade. Bot.
lone survivor. Will be making his
Time.
way quietly onto A side though.
Time is ticking here, Vim. And the magic number is 2. Team 2 only need to get 1 more. And Raffi will go for the brawl, but Bods, He gets double that. He gets 4 to win at the round for SBNG. And ito na naman tayo from 1 to 2. Second overtime is upon us.
Shame. I love explosions.
Absolutely incredible gameplay we're seeing here. Again, Bod stepping up to the plate. This guy.
Switching sides.
This guy, man.
Overtime.
Just newcomer to the scene. Just absolutely perfect.
No, and like, this is a game, this is a series that proves Bod's worth no matter what. Iniisip mo na tipong
Somebody
he is...
sign this man.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody
he,
sign.
He deserves that kind of notice after what he has been doing here, stepping up over the likes of Dubstep Rika, Batman, and Rabbit to really carry this team and more. It has been a great effort though at dahil doon sa mga teammates niya, kaya siya nakaka-set up, kaya siya nakakapitas. But it doesn't really change the fact that he is top fragging right now, and it has been something to watch out for. Rabbit though, with a kill on to Fission. Team 2 in the meantime, already getting 1 in return, and it seems like it is going to be a 4v4 in the first place. Vanilla also, a specialist on the stage, has been very pesky. At ilang beses siya nakatulong talaga. Our content creators here, our personalities are really showing it up. But Version seems like he's a little too slow there to catch up with Reika. At kita na nga, the fatigue setting on him. It's been an endurance fiesta here for both sides. And SBNG now with the advantage. They have the spike though, still in hand by the window. And the question is, where will they go?
Spike is going to be making its way onto A long here as Rabbit going to be taking down Mikasi with a swift wallbang headshot right there. Spike slowly but surely making its way onto A main. Site is ripe for the taking.
At the very least, we will see a Rabbit moving on around. Team 2 left with 2 members yet again. Bod's planting this spike down, and SBNG will celebrate a bit more if ever if they can get this round win. Rapido with a kill onto Reika. Seems like the Killjoy looking for that target. Rabbits gonna fall off this hand. 3 in a row na para kay Rafi, but that's not gonna be enough because Boss is there to wait it out. Vanilla right now does get a shot onto the race, and here we go again. 1v1 na naman ang bakbakan ngayon. Makikita ba ng stage yung Reyna? It's just a matter of time here, Vim, as Dubstep goes over to the high ground. There's barely a time for Vanilla to do this. He has to go for the site right here, right now. Will he get the peek in time? We'll go for the defuse. There's the bait, and Dubstep will be able to play for time, play for the objective. Seems like for Vanilla, he has to stick it, and it's now gonna be the sun shining on down on his course because Dubstep will get that win.
It was a good effort. A duel between content creator versus pro player right there. Just Dubstep being able to close out the round by a hair. Again, SBNG taking the lead this time. Let's see if 2 will be able to tie it once again. And we go to triple overtime.
Triple overtime might be upon us. All about the rifles, though. What do you think? What's the plan here for Team 2, Vic?
Team 2, honestly, try switching it up, perhaps going for a full-on rush, but that is a gamble in and of itself. But the secret here in these overtime matches is really doing something you haven't done throughout the entire game, or perhaps catching your opponent off guard, trying something new.
You know, something new, something old, but something has to be done because this is gonna be SBNG getting the advantage, making it a 5v4. Version though creeping forward, but Dubstep is ready for it. Alam nyo guys, it's 1 week away from Christmas. The sad boys and girls here can be at the very least looking to turn that round upside down if they can get the win here and now. And it has been an absolute slog. They're 1 away from making this happen. All they need to do now is deny Team 2 from making it to the site and getting rid of everyone on the attacking side. Alarm bot gonna be helping on out. Bods, at the very least, backing on away thanks to that intel. Fish now gonna go for the curveball, and Reika gonna be hanging on around as well. Nano Swarm now into play. There's the spray down. Nasa lock si Reika. Baka masisira siya dyan. At sabi ni Mikasi, let's put this spike down. Vanilla gonna be able to get on the board as well. The Omen though has to retreat because of the hot hands, and this is now gonna be all up to Mikasi. 1v2. Wall is there. Shock Dart to try and go for the clutch, but it's not enough. So they have to go for the push. The sad boys and girls caroling here to get the win, and Dubstep will wrap it up to allow SBNG to become our champion in GGEZ Wave 2.
Congratulations, SBNG. What a phenomenal series. I mean, we went into multiple overtimes, but alas, the victor is determined. Sad boys and girl, we know they're sad. But are they naughty or nice? Again, we are 1 week away from Christmas, and Santa Claus is indeed coming to town.
But absolutely nice gameplay there from SBNG. Many touted them to be an incredible, incredible team, and you can really see how they played it out. When they can dominate, they absolutely did. And you gotta give it to Buds, man. The step up here from Buds, just so much to really keep that team in the game. And without him, I wouldn't even see that this team could take that crown. Grabe talaga ang nakita natin dito to Buds. And of course, the expectations there from all the pro players really stepping on up. A great team effort. And as we mentioned, diba, dominance when they can.
I mean, honestly, both teams performed really, really well. Each and every one of their members. And definitely everyone pulled their own weight. And of course, pro players lending their experience to our content creators here as well. And this is really what we come to expect from GGEZ All-Star Invitational Wave 2. And this is, let me tell you, way sweatier than the first GGEZ.
I mean, if you end it that way, then you already know this has been one of the sweatiest of them all. For Team 2, though, when they can keep it close, they're always there in the fight. The punish on the mistakes, the amount of utility and basically plays that they can do. They built around that stage, they worked with it, and they were almost there to get the crown. Unfortunately, biglang nag-step up talaga ang SPNG, and a bit of a mistake there in that last round. Yung hot hands dun, sakto nga pang heal, pero mukhang nasusunog rin si Mikasi at the same time, and with the Omen having to go for the movement, just some time being bought there for SBNG, it's those small things, it's those small nuances, and in all honesty, SBNG learning from their mistakes from map number 1 to beat Team 2.
It was almost as if like they were learning on the fly as well, especially clutching it out during those overtime rounds. And again, we mentioned na parang lumalakas yung players and towards the end of the rounds. But again, what a long day at the office, and it has been such an incredible experience here. What a way to end the year here at the local VPH circuit.
Exactly, and that is gonna be that for us in the casting booth, Daks and Vim. Medyo kinabahan tayo, no, Miss Vim, into that matchup, but we are gonna be tossing you over to Laika and Mika. Take it away, ladies, and thank you for everyone tuning on in tonight.
Hashtag Tito Daks.
May pahabol pa si
May
Tito.
pahabol! I am on board. I am on board the hashtag Tito Daks. It's undeniable. Come and join the Titos and Titas of esports. But anyway, Laika, oh my gosh, what a match! What a match! Up until the very end, hindi mo alam kung sino ba talaga mananalo.
Sabi nga ni Dax, feeling niya pinagpawisan si Vim doon. Feeling ko din, for other reasons na hindi na natin i-share sa stream. Pero Mika, what a series, indeed. Best of 3 and best gameplay nga naman yung nakita natin. Grabe yung mga games. First game pa lang, itong Team 2, napakalakas ng performance nila. 15-13, ayaw nilang magpaawat. Pero moving on to game number 2, dito natin nakita na itong SBNG, nag-dominate sila with a 13-5. Pero ito, pagdating sa game number 3, it was anyone's game, no? Parang doon mo makita na, wow, evenly played talaga tong game na to. Kasi, umabot tayo sa 2 overtimes, Mika.
Yes,
Ganun
absolutely.
ka-intense to.
And even down to the rounds itself, you know, you would see one frag coming from one team, tapos sasagot din yung iba, tapos down on 2 on one, and down on 2 on the other. So you really didn't know which way, even like not just the game itself, pero yung round itself, you didn't know where it was going to go,
Exactly.
diba?
Yeah. Even the last round, akala ko parang, baka maklutch pa ni Mikasi ito. Hindi ko alam kung anong mangyayari. Pero, yun, nahanap siya, and the end na nga yung round. And then, parang may sense of relief doon na tapos na. Kasi grabe yung intensity. Parang, nagpo-play rin kasi siya with your emotions, even though you're a spectator, na parang, eto na ba? Mananalo na ba sila? O hindi pa?
Exactly. And you know what? You brought up an interesting point. You know, we do have a mix of pro players here, content creators, editors, and editors as well. And you can really see how the gameplay, levels up for everybody. For everybody, you can see these content creators slash editors going up again with to the level of the pro players here. And I think that's what's really inspiring about Valorant PH
Mm-mm.
being a community here. We're all lifting each other up, and 'di ba, malay mo baka maka-team mo sila Dubstep, 'di ba?
'Di ba? Ako kung maka-team ko sila Dubstep, ang saya-saya ko na. What more
Libre
pa
lang
kaya
naman.
yung iba? 'Di ba? Meron tayong mga artista rin na sasama dito like sila Nash Aguas, 'di ba? Ang dami
Yes.
talagang sikat na napupunta dito. Kaya nakakatuwa kasi parang doon ko nakikita talaga na when it comes to gaming, parang pantay-pantay lang tayo. Kahit sino pwede mo ma-encounter in games.
Exactly, exactly. And that's the beautiful thing about having a community just like Valorant PH, diba? So congratulations once again to Sad Boys and Girl. I know na nasabi ni Batman na kahit na manalo sila, Sad Boy and Sad Girl din sila. But I think, happy naman sila sa prize nila of 25,000 pesos.
25,000 pesos, Mika. Diyos ko, dapat naman mag-celebrate ka. Kahit pa sad boy or sad girl ka, konting ngiti naman dyan, di ba? And not only that, yung 25,000 pesos na yun, hindi naman siya binigay basta eh. They earned it. They really earned it.
Exactly, exactly. They gave their very best up until the end. So congratulations once again to them. Ayun, masaya na yung papuntang Christmas break, and ito na yung start ng, 'di ba, everybody's Christmas break, and ayun, may prize din sila.
Yes,
And
of course. Mika, gusto ko lang pasalamatan lahat ng nakasama natin ngayong araw. Lahat ng mga sumubaybay from the very start till the end, sa mga nag-cheer, sa mga favorite teams sila dito, streamers, influencers, what have you, chineer nyo sila. Maraming salamat kasi sinamahan nyo kami throughout this entire day. Of course, kasama na dyan ang ating napakagagaling na casters na si Ling, si Daks, at si Vyminal, our prod team. Blind Spot Productions, maraming salamat sa inyo. Valorant PH, Valorant Rising, Manila Esports Club, and of course, yung partnership natin with Riot C Communities. Ang galing nyo guys. Maraming salamat for making all of this possible. And syempre, sa co-host ko na rin. Thank you, Mika. Ang saya-saya ng araw natin.
baliktad pala, dito pala ako, naka-mirror pala. Yes,
Hindi rin ako
thank you
sure.
so much. Thank you so much, Laika. And of course, thank you so much to the Valorant PH community. More to come in 2021. But for now, have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And stay safe and stay healthy. We will see you in 2021.